Your Honor, we'd like to call our witness, Ms. Xylene May L. Del Campo.
Ms. Xylene, before you sit down, do you understand that you will be continuing with your testimony before this Honorable Impeachment Court under the same oath that you made and was given when you last appeared, Wednesday ba? On Wednesday.
Yes po, Your Honor.
You may sit down, ma'am.
Thank you po.
And good morning. Attorney Kapunan, your witness, you may proceed with your cross. Again, sorry, with one more short reminder. You don't have to flip through the individual ARs anymore. We understand that, Attorney Kapunan. We will rely on her table and or summary for the meantime, unless there is a specific AR that you want her to identify and read for the record, then she may simply look at that particular one. But no need to flip through the entire 4,492 ARs just to show that she indeed prepared her table and summary based on the ARs. That is deemed understood already by the court. You may proceed, Attorney Lorna.
With the permission of this Honorable Court, good morning. Good morning to the presiding officer, to the impeachment judges, and good morning, Counsel.
Good morning.
The respondent. Good morning, Madam Witness.
Good morning po.
Are you would you like to come closer to the mic? Parang nagkwekwentuhan lang tayo, no? Be comfortable, okay?
Apo.
Now, we will continue with where we broke off at the last hearing when you were here and we had preliminary questions, no? But I regret that I have to ask you again because just earlier, this counsel for the respondent is questioning your competence. Madam Witness, can you remind us again, how long have you been with the COA?
I have been with COA for the past 11 years. Actually po, magti 12 years na po.
As COA?
Yes po.
And what was your educational background, Madam Witness? Saan ka nag-aral?
I earned po my bachelor degree in Bachelor of Science in Accountancy from St. Louis University po.
At pagkatapos mo nag-graduate sa St. Louis University, saan ka nagtrabaho?
Ang una ko pong naging trabaho is as junior auditor sa isang private firm po sa Baguio City.
And after that?
After 2 years po, nag-apply na po ako sa COA at doon na po ako nag-start noong August 26, 2014.
August 26?
2014 po.
Okay. And earlier you said that you were in COA-ICFAO, correct?
Yes po.
And what particular activity or duties did you have with this office?
Ang mga naging duties ko po sa COA-ICFAO is first to conduct post-audit of the liquidation documents of various government agencies sa liquidation po nila sa Intelligence and Confidential Fund, and draft po an audit observation memorandum, notice of suspension or notice of disallowance po as may be warranted under rules and regulations on settlement of accounts. And after pong mag-respond nung agency, ako rin po ang nag-evaluate ng mga responses po sa mga AOM at notice of suspension.
So based on your narration, 11 years mo na ginagawa to? Nag-i-issue ng audit, observation, memorandum, notice of suspension, notice of disallowance, at pinag-aaralan rin ang mga response ng mga national agencies na covered ng Confidential and Intelligence Fund.
Yes po, tama po.
Tell us, Madam Witness, how many of these national agencies, local government units, public officials, have you conducted a post-audit?
Yung sa national government agencies po, more than 20 na. Sa local po, madami-dami na rin po, mga more than 50. Sa GOCCs naman po, mga less than 10, mga 5 to 10 po.
So more than 20 national agencies, tama? More
Opo.
than 30, 50 local government units?
Yes po.
And?
Mga GOCCs po, mga less than 10.
Okay. So when you took over nung ikaw ang takeover kay Attorney Wamil, nung February, when he retired or was transferred to another COA office in February 2024, you were then at that time also in COA-ICFAO.
Yes po, tama po.
And ano naman ang participation mo, if any, dito sa pag-post-audit ng confidential funds ng Office of the Vice President at ng DepEd Secretary?
Sa Office of the Vice President po, ang naging participation ko po is dun sa for the period December 21 to 31, 2022, ako po ang nag-evaluate ng response nila sa notice of suspension. Doon naman po sa first to third quarters ng 2023, ako po ang nag-evaluate sa response nila sa mga audit observation memorandum. Sa DepEd naman po, ako po ang nag-evaluate ng responses nila para dun sa dalawang AOM for the first to third quarters of 2023.
Okay, Madam Witness, you took over the functions, or you took over yung mga inaudit ni Attorney Wamil. Are you aware na gumawa siya ng isang tabulation tungkol sa acknowledgement receipts for the last quarter of the Office of the Vice President, December 21 to 31? Are you aware na merong ginawang tabulation si Attorney Wamil?
Yes po, aware po ako sa tabulation ni Mr. Wamil.
If this tabulation is shown to you, and for purposes of identification, Your Honor, this has been previously marked in evidence as P-1-29 for the prosecution. Showing to you, Madam Witness, please go over this tabulation prepared, and may we ask permission for our Associate Attorney J. De La Cruz to be allowed to present this to the witness.
Assisting counsel of the parties may approach.
Just for the record, Your Honor, the witness is going over the tabulation submitted and marked by by Attorney Wamil, and it is Exhibit P-1-29.
Noted and made part of the records.
Do you confirm, Madam Witness, that ito ang tabulation na sinubmit ni Attorney Wamil sa COA-ICFAO office na minana mo sa kanya?
Yes po, ito po yung tabulation na kasama po doon sa mga documents na na-forward sa akin.
Okay. After you received these documents from Attorney Wamil through the office of the COA-ICFAO, what happened next?
After po ma-issue yung notice of suspension sa OBP, nag-submit po sila ng response noong March 13, 2024 po.
Itong response na sinasabi mo, meron ka bang kopya? And if shown to you, itong response ng Office of the Vice President, will you be able to identify the same?
Yes po.
Your Honor, for easy reference of the presiding officer and this impeachment court, may we ask permission to flash it in the screen, Your Honor?
Counsel may do so. You're referring to Exhibit P-1-13-B
Yes, Your Honor.
and respondents 1-120 OVP.
This is stipulated document, Your Honor.
You may proceed,
So
counsel.
the counsel for the defense is now looking at it. Madam Witness. Having gone over this document, Madam Witness, ito ba yung sinasabi mong letter response ng Office of the Vice President?
Yes po, ito po yung same copy ng response ng OBP sa notice of suspension.
I will now show you, Counsel, JVD. I will now show you the second page of this letter, Madam Witness, being flashed on the screen. Please look at the second page. In particular, we have what appears to be certain signatures, mga signature na nandyan sa second page ng response ng Office of the Vice President. If shown to you, Madam Witness, would you be able to identify the signatures?
Yes po.
Okay. There is a signature appearing on top of the name Attorney Sulaica Sulweka. Attorney Lopez. There is a signature appearing above the name Attorney Sulaica Lopez. Would you be able to identify that signature?
Yes po.
Bakit, Madam Witness?
Kasama po kasi doon sa sinubmit sa liquidation documents na nabigay sa akin, na turn over sa akin, yung list ng signatories po ng OVP.
At kasama ba doon ang signature ni Attorney Sulaica Lopez?
Yes po.
There is another signature here appearing atop the name Lemuel Ortonio. Please go over this signature and tell us if you are familiar. Nakikilala mo ba tong signature ng isang Ortonio sa dokumentong ito?
Yes po.
Why, Madam Witness?
Kasama din po ito dun sa list ng specimen signature na nasubmit po sa amin dun sa liquidation documents nila.
Okay. And pag alam mo, sino ba itong Attorney Sulaica Lopez?
Based po dito sa dokumento na to, siya po ang Chief of Staff ng OVP.
Okay.
Undersecretary po at Chief of Staff.
Ito naman Mr. Lemuel Ortonio. Sino naman itong Lemuel Ortonio na to?
Based po sa document, siya po ang Assistant Secretary and Assistant Chief of Staff.
Sa letter response na to, na-identify mo, may nakalagay, meron bang naka-attach dito sa letter response?
Yes po, nag-attach po sila ng list of 105 activities ng Office of the Vice President for the period December 13 to 31, 2022.
First quarter ng
Fourth quarter ng 2022. Specifically, December 13 to 31, 2022.
At if we show you this list of activities na inattach sa letter response, will you be able to identify this? We are flashing on
Yes
the
po.
screen, Your Honor, a list of activities which is an attachment to the letter response of the OVP, Exhibit P-1-13B, whereat yung listahan allegedly ng mga activities ng OVP ay naka-enumerate. Tell us, Madam Witness. Show us. Likewise, flash on the screen. Tell us, Madam Witness, ano ang significance nitong mga list ng activities na sinubmit ng Office of the Vice President sa kanyang letter response? Anong ibig sabihin nun? List of activities.
Ito po ay naging attachment nila as documents evidencing success of information gathering and or surveillance activities po na required po kapag nagkakaroon ng payment of rewards.
Anong period cover ditong list of activities?
December 13 to 31, 2022 po.
And what ang observation, itong activities na nakalagay dyan ay prior to the receipt of the Office of the Vice President of its confidential fund. Ito ba ay kino-confirm mo?
Yes po, kasi yung cash advance po for 2022 po is for the period December 21 to 31, 2022.
At kailan na tinanggap ang cash advance?
December 21 po ang start.
Okay. hindi ba ang ibig sabihin ng liquidation report, sinasabi mo kung ano yung mga pinaggamitan mo ng cash advance? Tama ba yan?
Opo, tama po.
Okay. And sa palagay mo, compliant ba to? Kasi post-audit compliance ba ito?
Based po sa document,
Yeah.
based po sa document na to, hindi po napakita dito na yung proof of success of the information gathering, at may mga activities din po dito na from December 13, 15, 17, 18 na hindi po sakop dun sa period of utilization ng cash advance, which is for December 21, 31, 2022.
So you mentioned a joint circular? Meron ka bang anong pinagbasihan mo kung bakit violation ito?
Under po kasi sa Joint Circular 2015-01, kapag po ginamit ang confidential fund sa payment of rewards, subject po ito sa 3 conditions.
Ano yung mga condition na yun?
First po, it should be approved by the head of agency. Pangalawa po, it should be supported with documents evidencing success of the information gathering and or surveillance activities on account of the information given by the informer. And yung last po is, it should be directly related sa confidential activities ng agency po.
Okay, so ano dyan sa requirements ang sinasabi mo hindi sinunod ng Office of the Vice President?
Ito po kasing listahan na to, sinabit nila as proof of success of information gathering to support the payment of rewards. Pero based po sa documents na to, hindi po namin nakita yung particular accomplishment.
Okay, nakalagay sa dokumento examples ng activities ng Office of the Vice President for the confidential funds. Pakibasa nga for the record, no? Kasi tama ba yung basa namin, may tree planting, gift giving. Please read for the record, Madam Witness. Ano yung sinasabing pinaggamitan ng confidential funds?
Dito po sa December 13, 2022, Department of Education 2022 Partners Appreciation Night in Mandaluyong City, Metro Manila, December 15 night.
Sandali. Appreciation Night.
Opo.
Sa pagkaintindi mo, confidential activity ba yan? O nasa listahan ba yan
Your Honor.
ng confidential activities base sa joint circular?
Based po dun sa enumeration kung saan gagamitin ang confidential fund, hindi po ito nakasama doon.
Basahin mo pa yung iba. So hindi. Ano pa yung iba?
December 15, 2022, Knights of Rizal Supreme Council, 60th year of the Institute in Baguio City, Youth Campaign on Patriotism. Meron din po
Compliant ba to sa listahan?
based po sa joint circular, hindi po ito nakasama dun sa mga activities po under 4.8 kung saan pwedeng gamitin ang confidential fund.
Basahin mo nga lahat ng activities na yan for the record at sabihin mo kung compliant ito. Kung ito ba mga activities ay pinapayagan bilang liquidation ng confidential funds.
Meron po dito December 17, 2022, Christmas activity in Happy Land, Tondo, Manila. Christmas activity and exploration meeting of Extension Office Barangay 101 in Tondo, Manila. Consultation with Barangay Chairman ng Manila in Manila. Pasasalamat and update meeting TODA in Barangay Batasan Hills, Quezon City. May mga activity po dito na pasasalamat, coordination meeting, may mga tree planting po, distribution of wheelchairs, gift giving, medical mission, at iba pong activities ng mga satellite offices po ng Office of the Vice President.
Sa joint circular na minention mo, can you remind us, ano ba talaga ang definition ng confidential funds?
Ang confidential fund po, ito po yung lump sum amount na nasa General Appropriations Act na gagamitin po for confidential activities po ng isang ahensya.
At itong binasa mo, tree planting, napakadaming Christmas party, napakadaming award ceremony, yan ba ay pinapayagan sa sinabi mong definition ng confidential funds?
Hindi po.
Hindi po.
With the indulgence of
Your
counsel.
Honor, please.
With the indulgence of counsel. Ms. Xylene, maliban sa hindi pinapayagan o pasok sa pwedeng paggastosan ng confidential fund, yung mga binasa po ninyo, yung gastos ay ginawa rin bago na encash yung cheque.
Kung based po sa document na ito, meron po kasing activities dito na from December 13 to 18 na hindi po sakop dun sa period of utilization based sa accomplishment report.
Labas doon. So, hindi posibleng gamitin yung perang na-release ng 21 para i-reimburse yun, kung tama man yung pinagastusan.
Yes po, kasi under the joint circular po, meron pong portion doon na hindi po pwedeng gamitin for reimbursement yung pondo ng
So,
confidential.
prospectively lang. So, yung mga activities na pwede lang ay 21 to 31.
Opo, tama po.
You may proceed, counsel.
Dahil dito sa sinabi mong violation, wala sa period, no? Yung as observed by the Honorable Presiding Officer. At dahil wala naman sa listahan sa joint circular kung saan pwedeng gamitin ang confidential funds, ano ang ginawa mo after that, if any?
After po evaluating the response ng OBP at saka po yung mga attachments neto, ako po ay nag-draft ng Notice of Disallowance at isinabit ko po ito sa aking Division Chief for her review.
If I will show you, pag pinakita sa iyo ang isang Notice of Disallowance for purposes of the record, Your Honor, this has been pre-marked as Exhibit P-1-13-C. Would you be able to identify it?
Opo.
Showing to you, Attorney De La Cruz will show it to you. Please go over this document and tell us if the relationship of this document to the notice of disallowance you have mentioned, and again, we are seeking permission to flash it for easy reference on screen.
Opo, yun po yung same copy ng Notice of Disallowance na inisyu namin sa Office of the Vice President.
Please look, Counsel, please look at this notice of disallowance. There is a signature there on top of the name Nilda B. Plaras. Kanino pong signature ito?
Si Assistant Commissioner Nilda Plaras po ang officer in charge ng ICFAO nung ma-issue po ang dokumento na ito.
Anong ibig sabihin pag pinirmahan ng isang assistant commissioner ang isang notice of disallowance na drinaft mo?
Ito po is for release na po sa na-approve po niya kung ang laman nito at for release na po ito sa agency.
For release ng agency, okay. Tell us, Madam Witness, itong notice of disallowance ng COA-ICFAO, yung recommendation mo at yung inapprove ng Assistant Commissioner for release, magkano ang disallowed ng COA-ICFAO?
Ang disallowance po is 73,287,000.
Ano naman ang basis ng disallowance na to?
Ang disallowance po na to, binubuo po ito ng first, yung payment of rewards in the total amount of 69,787,000.
Before you proceed, Your Honor, please, this is being flashed on the screen. This is the first page of Exhibit P-1-13-C, which is the notice of disallowance identified by this witness. First page dyan, Madam Witness, ano ang breakdown or basihan ng iyong notice of disallowance?
Yung 73,287,000, ang bumubuo po dito is yung payment for rewards amounting to 69,787,000 plus yung 3.5 million for payments for tables and chairs, desktop computers, and printers po.
Dalawa ang amount na naka-indicate dyan. Bakit dalawang amount? Paki-explain.
Ito po ba yung sa number 1 na yung 69,587 at yung sa...
In number 1, in item number 1, if you can check your document on the screen, Item number 1 sa notice of disallowance, dalawa ang amount na nakastate. Isa, 69,587,000 at yung isa ay 69,787,000. Ito ba ay typo, discrepancy? Bakit may hindi pareho itong amount?
Ito po ay isang typographical error po. Ang tamang amount po is 69,787,000.
Okay. Ngayon naman, Madam Witness, let us go to page 2, item number 2. Ano naman, pakibasa ang sinabi dito sa page 2, item number 2.
The notice of disallowance po is issued kasi yung pangalawang reason po is charging payment for tables and chairs, desktop computers and printers in the total amount of 3.5 million to confidential fund without specifying that they were intended for the confidential operations/activities undertaken by the OBP, non-compliant with the requirement of item 4.8.4 of the joint circular.
Ano yung item 4.8 ng circular na sinasabi mo?
Pwede po ba akong mag-refer para po sa joint circular?
With the
Your
permission.
Honor,
Witness
pwede po
witness
ba?
may refer to the document.
Thank you po. Based po sa item 4.8.4 ng Joint Circular, purchase or rental of supplies, materials, and equipment for confidential operations that cannot be done through regular procedures without compromising the information gathering activity concerned.
Okay. Bakit ito yung naging basehan ng disallowance nung tables and chairs na yan? Hindi ba confidential yun? Kung saan binili yung table and chair na yan, hindi ba confidential yun, Madam Witness?
Hindi po kasi nila in-specify na the payments for yung tables and chairs and desktop computers were used for confidential operations po. Wala po silang nasubmit na any explanation dun sa response po nila.
Kailangan ba mag-submit ng... Anong mga kailangan i-submit na dokumento by way of... para explain kung saan ginamit tong tables and chairs, laptop, tsaka... Anong hinahanap ninyo sa post-audit?
Dapat po mapatunayan nila na ito ay binili para po sa confidential operations ng ahensya.
At anong kailangan na dokumento?
And since this pertains po sa as purchases, dapat po supported ito ng either sales invoice or official receipts po.
Okay. Sa pag-evaluate mo nitong dokumentong sinabmit ng Office of the Vice President, meron ba yung mga official receipts, sales invoice na sinabmit?
Wala po.
Isa, dalawa, tatlo. Walang sinabmit, Madam Witness?
Wala pong mga resibo po.
Okay. Now, based sa iyong audit, sino-sino ang liable persons dito sa in connection with this notice of disallowance na binasa mo? Sino-sino ang mga persons na responsible or accountable dyan sa pinakita mo?
Ang mga persons po na liable or responsible is first po the head of agency, Vice President Sara Duterte, the Special Disbursing Officer, si Ms. Gina Acosta, at ang Chief Accountant po na si Ms. Julieta Villa del Rey.
Okay. Sa document na yan, pwede bang pakita mo yung mga pangalan na sinabi mo?
Nasa page 2 po.
Showing to you page 2, Madam Witness, and being flashed on the screen. Please tell us if these are the very same persons na sinabi mo na accountable.
Yes po.
Bakit sila accountable?
Unang-una po, yung si Vice President Sara Duterte po, siya po ang nag-approve ng transaction and including the utilization of the cash advance.
Saan nakalagay dyan na siya ang nag-approve?
Yun pong sa accomplishment report. And then, kay Miss Gina Acosta naman po, dahil siya ang Special Disbursing Officer and she disbursed po the cash advance.
Ito namang Villa del Rey. Bakit sinasabi mo na accountable officer siya?
Nag-certify po siya dun sa backseat ng liquidation report na ang supporting documents are complete and proper.
Hindi ba nila ginawa ito? Yung mga sinasabi mo na kailangan sa joint circular?
Yes po.
Yes.
Kasi po yung participation nila sa transaction, kaya po sila nasama sa persons na liable po sa transaction na ito. Dahil first, si BP Sara bilang siya ang head of agency at siya po ang nag-approve ng transaction and utilization ng cash advance. Pangalawa po, ang naging participation po ni Ms. Gina Acosta is siya po ang Special Disbursing Officer at siya po yung nag-disburse ng cash advance. At kay Ms. Julieta Villa del Rey naman po, sinertify niya na complete and proper yung supporting documents pero hindi po complete and proper yung nasubmit po sa amin.
Okay. Madam Witness, nag-issue ang COA-ICFAO ng notice of disallowance. What happened next, if any, kung maalala mo?
Noon pong February 5, 2025, nag-appeal po ang Office of the Vice President. Nag-file po sila ng petition for review sa Commission proper.
And do you know what happened to this petition for review?
Nung April 10, 2026 po, naglabas ng decision ng Commission proper at na-furnishan po ang aming office and in-affirm po nila yung notice of disallowance in the total amount of 73,287,000.
So yung petition for review, disallowed pa rin.
Noon pong lumabas yung decision ng Commission proper, in-affirm po nila yung disallowance.
Magkano yung disallowed ng commission proper?
Same po sa nasa notice of disallowance namin, 73,287,000 po.
At ano naman ang ibig sabihin ng disallowed?
Ang notice of ang disallowed po is sa level ni ICFAO po kasi pag issue kami ng notice of disallowance, meron na po silang, we demand them to ibalik po yung pondo. Pero meron pong remedy, which is yung ginawa nila, nag-file sila ng petition for review po sa Commission proper.
At ano naman ang nangyari sa petition for review na yan?
Ayun nga po, nagkaroon ng COA decision na in-affirm po nila yung notice of disallowance.
Pagkatapos na in-affirm yung notice of disallowance ng commission, ano ang ginawa? If at all.
Noong May 2026, meron po silang final na motion for reconsideration.
So nag-file ng motion for reconsideration ang Office of the Vice President. Anong nangyari sa motion for reconsideration na final? Tungkol dito sa decision na ibalik ang 73 million na yan. Ano ang status?
Wala pa pong naging decision ang Commission proper po. Pending resolution po.
Okay. Punta naman tayo sa first quarter and second quarter of 2023, which covers the Office of the Vice President's liquidation of confidential funds. What is your participation? Ano naman ang participation mo dito sa pag-evaluate ng liquidation expenses or documents na sinabit ng Office of the Vice President?
For anong period po?
For the first quarter of 2020, first and second quarters of 2023.
Ako po ang nag-evaluate ng response ng OBP sa Audit Observation Memorandum po na na-issue sa kanila for that period.
Yung dalang quarters, nag-issue ng Audit Observation Memorandum. Sino ang nag-issue?
Yun po, si Mr. Wamil po. Na-issue po yung AOM na yun nung time ni Mr. Wamil.
And if shown to you, this AOM, Audit Observation Memorandum dated February 2024. For the record, this is Exhibit P-1-13-E, being shown to the witness and being flashed on the screen for easy reference. Will you be able, Madam Witness, to identify the same, Your Honor? For the record, this is a stipulated document.
Yes po.
Pagkatapos ng issuance nitong Audit Observation Memorandum, meron bang ginawa ang Office of the Vice President?
Nag-submit po sila ng response noong April 19, 2024.
Para saan itong response?
Response po nila sa AOM na na-issue po sa kanila for the first and second quarters of 2023.
And just to remind us, anong period covered ng first quarter?
It's for February 6 to March 29, 2023. At yung second quarter po, April 25 to June 30, 2023.
Okay. How many, Madam Witness, kung maalala mo, ilang, wait, I will withdraw the question. Ito ba sa response na sinubmit ng Office of the Vice President, ano ang mga naka-attach dito sa response na to?
Sa response po nila, nag-attach po sila ng acknowledgement receipts, certification ni Colonel Lachica at mga protective intelligence operations reports po.
Before we go to those documents na sinasabi mo, sa response being shown on the screen, there is on the second page, Counsel, will you show the second page? There is a second page, there is a signature appearing on the second page of the response. Whose signature is that appearing above the name Attorney Lopez?
Opo,
Kaninong signature yan if you know?
kay Attorney Zuleika Lopez po.
At dito naman, above the name Mr. Ortonio.
Kay Mr. Limuel Ortonio po.
And you are familiar with these signatures for the same reasons you stated earlier.
Yes po, tama po.
Sa response na sinubmit ng Office of the Vice President, sinabi mo kanina meron mga acknowledgement receipts, no? If shown to you, a summary, these acknowledgement receipts? How many acknowledgement receipts were attached to the response for the first quarter of 2023?
Yung sa first quarter po ng 2023 is 519.
519 acknowledgement receipts. At sinabi mo kanina, this covers the period February 6 to March 29, 2023. Tama?
Opo, tama po.
Okay. Sa second quarter of 2023, ilan naman ang acknowledgement receipts ng sinubmit ng Office of the Vice President?
530 po.
So pag total number ng acknowledgement receipts for the first quarter and second quarter is how much?
1,049 po.
Okay. At Madam Witness, if shown to you these acknowledgement receipts or a summary, acknowledgement receipts. If shown to you certified through copies of these acknowledgement receipts, would you be able to identify the same?
Yes po.
By agreement with the Honorable Presiding Officer, Your Honor, in lieu of this witness glossing over or looking over the documents, but they are in front of her, Your Honor, we manifest that she has prepared a tabulation.
Yes,
Madam Witness,
as agreed to also by counsel for the respondent, the witness need not peruse individually and flip over, as the word used by counsel, these ARs and may refer to her tabulation and her summary that she prepared with respect to, Ma'am Xylene, the first and second quarter of 2022 for the ARs, acknowledgement receipts, for the Office of the Vice President. You may refer to your table and or summary, ma'am, if you have one.
Your Honor, please maybe also make the manifestation, Your Honor, for future witnesses, Your Honor. This should not dispense with our future witnesses being able to identify, to use and to identify certain acknowledgement receipts, Your Honor, which are part of the summary or tabulation.
Without prejudice to the reservation of counsel, the court will allow it. Ms. Xylene or Attorney Lorna, can you kindly give us a copy? Because that is not yet a marked document, right?
Your Honor, for the record,
That is not a
we are
pre-marked
handing over.
document, rather. The table.
This summary, Your Honor, hindi po ito pre-marked, but we are now giving a copy to the Honorable Presiding Officer and to counsel for the respondent.
Yes, kindly do so. The clerk of court is instructed to reproduce the copy to be able to give each center judge with a copy of the table or summary. Pa-photocopy natin.
For the record, Your Honor, while our witness is perusing this document, we have given a copy of what she is going over, both to the presiding officer, for the clerk of, through the clerk of court, Your Honor, and to the respondent's counsel. And again, for the record, this is for the first quarter, February 6, March 29, 2023, consisting of 519 documents in that summary, and second quarter of the Office of the Vice President, covering the period April 25 to June 30, 2023, consisting of 1,049 documents, Your Honor, total for both quarters. And, Your Honor, we will be requesting through the clerk of court, Your Honor, at some time, that this be marked as exhibit, the tabulation being identified by the witness be identified for the first quarter as P-1-30-Q-1 and series. And the tabulation for the second quarter be marked as exhibit P-1-31-Q and series, Your Honor.
The aforementioned tabulations and their summaries are hereby ordered to be so marked by the clerk of court at the appropriate time.
We have selected for the first and second quarter, Your Honor, we have selected, for better appreciation of the Honorable Presiding Judge and our Senator Judges, Your Honor, we have selected certain acknowledgement receipts which we request be shown to the witness
Assisting counsel
when
may
she
approach.
is done. Madam Witness, just look at the summaries, please. You confirm that these summaries marked in evidence now are yours?
Yes po.
Now, tell us, walk us through, anong proseso ang ginawa mo sa paggawa mo ng mga summary na to?
During the evaluation po, I tabulated po yung acknowledgement receipts dun po based sa date kung kailan sila na-execute, the expense, and the amount po. Kaya ang nakalagay po sa tabulation ko is the date, the amount, and the expense po.
Yung pangalan?
Hindi ko na po na-tabulate yung sa names
Okay, so nakalagay dyan yung amount, yung date,
and yung expense po.
at yung expense. But if I show to you certain acknowledgement receipts, which were part of the documents that you said were turned over to the COA-ICFAO office, would you be able, pag pinakita sa'yo certain acknowledgement receipts na parte, na nasa part ng tabulation or summary mo, would you be able to identify the same?
Yes po.
Okay, I'll show you now. And with the kind permission of this honorable court, we have chosen certain acknowledgement receipts to be flashed on the screen, Your Honor, and being shown to the witness. Marked as Exhibit P-1-8-1418 is a certain... What is that? Is a certain Pia Piato Slim. Could you read the date, Madam Witness?
Dito po is
Can you
May 17.
please speak louder? Speak to the mic.
May 17, 2023, na-receive po ni Pia Piato Slim.
Para saan ito, allegedly?
For the purchase of information po.
Okay. And may signature dyan sa ilalim. Whose signature is this at the bottom?
Ito po is signature po ng admin staff namin sa ICFAO.
Who is your admin staff in ICFAO?
Si Mr. Davin E. Bakay po.
David Bakay.
Davin E. Bakay.
Yeah. And that is his signature, administrative. Ano ang significance nitong C9 ng administrative staff ninyo? Ang acknowledgement receipts.
Pinapatunayan po nitong certification na ito po yung copy na sinubmit sa amin ng OBP na nasa file po.
Pinapatunayan na ang binabasa mo ay kasama sa binigay ng respondent.
Yes po, kasama po ito sa binigay sa amin na acknowledgement receipt in response po sa AOM.
So yung summary ng acknowledgement receipts for the first quarter and second quarter ng Office of the Vice President consisting of 1,049 separate acknowledgement receipts. Sabihin mo nga sa amin kung meron similar signature ang all other acknowledgement receipts ni Mr. Davin Bakay.
Yes po, dun po sa mga acknowledgement receipts na ito is lahat po sinertify ni Mr. Bakay na ito po ay mga kopya ng acknowledgement receipts na sinubmit po sa amin ng OBP.
Punta naman tayo sa P-1-8-1483. Pangalan ng... Please read for the record.
Acknowledgement receipt. This is to acknowledge receipt amount of 150,000 pesos for the purchase of information received by Ralph Josh Bacon on June 20, 2023.
Bacon. Okay. Alas 12 na, gutom na tayo. Yung susunod na pangalan, mukhang P-1-8-928. Pakibasa for the record.
Acknowledgement receipt. This is to acknowledge receipt of the amount of 50,000 pesos for the purchase of information received by Ann Ong Pauco, date March 20, 2023.
Okay, next. P-1-8-929. 1015, pangalan ni Hart Santiago. Pakibasa, bumili siya ng supplies.
This is to acknowledge receipt of the amount of 250,000 pesos for the purchase or rental of supplies, materials, and equipment for confidential operations, open and close parentheses, payment for the purchase of supplies received by Hart Santiago, date Feb 27, 2023.
Kanina, Madam Witness, merong Pauco at merong Hart. Tinanong mo ba kung sino ito at kung related sila sa presiding officer natin?
Hindi po.
Hindi naman. Bakit hindi? Bakit hindi ka nag-verify ng mga pangalan? May pagkain na bacon, may parang kamag-anak ni Hart. Why did you not verify the names in this 1,049 acknowledgement receipts?
Sa ICFAO po kasi ang ginagawa namin is compliance audit po.
Ano ibig sabihin nun?
I-check po namin kung compliant ba sa joint circular at kompleto at proper ba yung mga liquidation documents po na sinasubmit sa amin in relation po sa provisions ng joint circular.
Okay, sinabi mo kung proper ba. Ito bang payment of purchase of supplies, proper ba yan sa paggamit ng confidential funds?
Yung payment for supplies po, kasama po siya dun sa enumeration kapag payment for supplies na ginamit po sa confidential operations.
At sinabi mo earlier, dapat yung mga sinasubmit may kasamang sales invoice at mga kasamang purchase documents. Meron bang kasama? Dito sinubmit ni Ms. Hart.
Wala po.
Wala. P-1-8-1807, Fiona Villegas. Pakibasa.
Acknowledgement receipt. This is to acknowledge receipt of the amount of 500,000 for the purchase or rental of supplies, materials, and equipment for confidential operations, open and close parentheses, purchase of provision of medical and food aid.
Yeah. Nakalagay purchase of medical and food aid. Ito ba ay isang ayon sa pinapayagan na paggamitan ng confidential funds?
Based po dito, nakalagay po na it's for the purchase of supplies na naka-open and close po, provision of medical and food aid.
P-1-8, 1466. Kamag-anak ata to ni Senator Bong Revilla. Beth Revilla, 50,000. Purchase of information. Ang purchase of information ba ay allowable expense?
Yes po, under 4.8.1 po, kasama po ang purchase of information.
Kung kasama, bakit mo disallow itong purchase of information?
Hindi po ito kasama dun sa na-disallow po.
Ito?
Hindi
Okay.
po.
Balik naman tayo sa P-1-8-1220. Kamag-anak naman to ni Senator Risa Ontiveros. Clarice Ontiveros, please read the amount.
This is to acknowledge receipt of the amount of 500,000 for the purchase or rental of supplies, materials, and equipment for confidential operations, open and close parentheses, purchase of provision of medical and food aid.
At again, disallowed ito?
Kasama po ito dun sa na-disallow po kasi humingi pa, based on this acknowledgement receipt, we cannot ascertain, hindi ko po ma-ascertain if this is for really nabigay for purchase of medical and food aid, kaya humingi pa po ako ng additional documents.
Nabigyan rin itong Jose Jokno Jr. Kamag-anak ba to ni Public Prosecutor, Madam Witness? Binerify mo ba? Can you look at P-1-8-1482? Nagbigay ng information itong Jokno. Kapangalan Jose Jokno Jr. Baka anak ni Congressman. Hindi mo tinanong kanina nung dumaan ka dyan?
Hindi po.
Hindi. Okay. Ito naman, 1-8, P-1-8-994. kamag-anak naman ni Senator Lapid. Diane Maple Lapid, na tumanggap ng 150,000 pesos na bumili daw ng supplies. Pakibasa for the record.
This is to acknowledge receipt of the amount of 150,000 pesos for the purchase or rental of supplies, materials, and equipment for confidential operations.
At bakit? Sorry, go ahead.
Open and close parentheses, payment for the purchase of supplies received by Diane Maple Lapid on Feb 17, 2023.
Bakit naman naka-disallowed itong expense na to?
Gaya po yung sa provision and medical and food aid, based on this acknowledgement receipts po, hindi po ma-ascertain kung this is really given for the purchase of supplies, kaya nanghihi po ako ng additional documents po.
Meron na naman, not once, but for the second time, Lapid family, John A. Lapid Jr., tumanggap ng 350,000 pesos. Can you read for the record? P-1-8, 1735.
Acknowledgement receipt. This is to acknowledge receipt of the amount of 350,000 pesos for the purchase or rental of supplies, materials, and equipment for confidential operations, open and close parentheses, purchase of provision of medical and food aid, received by John A. Lapid Jr., date May 3, 2023.
Madam Witness, apart from these selected acknowledgement receipts, the total for the first quarter and the second quarter of the Office of the Vice President are similar acknowledgement receipts for purchase of medical and food aid, pambili daw ng supplies, pambili ng iba-iba pa. Ano ang masasabi mo sa mga expenses na ito?
Nung in-evaluate ko po, kasama po siya dun sa naging findings ko at hinihingan ko po ng additional documentation to ascertain po na these are paid na pinambili po ng supplies at medical and food aid.
Okay, nung sinabi mo humingi ka ng additional information or documents, nag-submit ba ang Office of the Vice President para patunayan talaga na itong medical, grocery, etc. tables talagang ginamit sa confidential funds?
Kasama po ito dun sa notice of disallowance, and yung notice of disallowance po is within the prescribed period pa po sila para mag-comply.
Nag-comply ba sila?
Wala pa po silang naging action after ma-receive nila ito.
So despite na binigyan ninyo ng COA-ICFAO ng opportunity para mag-submit ng additional documents para mapatunayan nila or mag-explain man lang bakit nandiyan ang mga pangalan na yan at bakit walang mga resibo na inattach para pag-liquidate, nag-submit ba ang Office of the Vice President ng additional documents after this notice of disallowance?
Dahil nga po nabanggit ko na naging notice of disallowance po ito, ang remedy po nila is to appeal po sa commission proper, and nandun pa po sila sa period to appeal po sa commission proper.
Okay. Ngayon, what other meron pa bang ibang dokumento na sinubmit ang Office of the Vice President na sinama sa response nila?
May to support po the payment of rewards, nagsubmit po sila ng certification ni Colonel Raymond Dante Pilachica together with the Protective Intelligence Operations Report.
If shown to you, will you be able, kung pakita sa iyo itong document, Exhibit P-1-12-G, isang certification dated April 4, 2024, stipulated document with the defense, Your Honor. Please identify the same. Also being flashed on the screen.
Yes po, ito po yung certification na naka-attach sa response ng OBP.
Correction, Your Honor, it's not stipulated. What relation does this certification to the one you mentioned?
Ito po yung same certification na naka-attach po sa response ng OBP.
Ano naman ang significance? Anong significance nitong certification na sinubmit nila?
Ito po ay isinabit nila to support po the payment of rewards. Under po kasi sa joint circular, pag may payment of rewards, dapat po subject ito sa 3 conditions. And kasama po yun yung documents evidencing success of the information gathering and or surveillance activities.
Nung nag-testify dito si Attorney Wamil, sinabi niya nung tinanong siya ng prosecution, ito ba ay compliant? At ang sagot niya ito ay pro forma. Copy-paste ang sinabi ng prosecution. Kino-confirm mo ba yan na ito ay parang annex?
Ito pong certification na to, hindi po to kasama dun sa annexes sa joint circular. Ang sinasabi po niyang certification is yung certification ng accountable officer. Yun po yung kasama sa annexes sa joint circular.
Okay. So ano nga ang significance nitong certificate, if you know?
Ito po yung sinubmit nila para po as proof of success of the information gathering and surveillance activities po to support the payment of rewards.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Witness. You're still at it. As correctly noted by the presiding officer, Your Honor, although this witness is taking time, these are also pre-marked documents of the defense, Your Honor. Although they, again, refuse to stipulate on the same. Permission to sit down, Your Honor.
Sure, Attorney Lorna.
It's too high.
While we are waiting, Chair would like to inform the senator, judges, and the parties that we will be pausing for lunch break at 12, regardless of where we are, since clearly we might not be able to finish with the direct before 12. So kung saan man tayo abutan, hanggang dun lang din po tayo, and we'll continue after lunch.
Your Honor, we will be able to finish before lunchtime with the Office of the Vice President.
Yes.
And,
But not with the witness, Counsel.
Not with the witness, and after lunch, Your Honor, with the DepEd.
Yes.
Because of
Understood.
the...
Attorney Christine, you can also sit down if you want to.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Attorney Lorna, next time you can provide either a high chair for you so that you can sit while...
Your Honor, I think the Office of the Clerk misunderstood. I asked for a high chair. They gave me a high podium, Your Honor, which is making
The
it more
clerk of
difficult,
court is
Your
so directed. I think it's more convenient to have a high chair.
Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
I'd rather call it a high chair, Attorney Kapunan, than a bar stool.
With due respect, Your Honor, are more familiar with bar stools.
I would know. I would have thought, Counsel. Yes, Miss Xylene. Are you just about done, ma'am?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Are you ready, Miss Xylene?
Yes po, Your Honor.
Thank you,
Attorney
Madam.
Lorna, you may proceed.
With the permission of this honorable court. Thank you, Madam Witness. You have gone over PIORs or Protective Intelligence Operations reports, which were attached to the Office of the Vice President's response for the first and second quarter of 2023. Madam Witness, sa tinignan mong reports na yan at na-evaluate mo na reports na yan, ano ang mga observation mo?
Doon po sa Protective Intelligence Operations reports, ito po ay inattach nila kasama yung certification as documents evidencing success. And based po sa aking evaluation ng mga PIORs, ang nakalagay po rito is ang date and locations ng mga engagement ng Vice Presidents, kasama na din po yung mga satellite offices nila. Nakalagay din po dito yung probable threats dun sa mga activities na ito, pati na rin po yung narratives ng timeline of events magmula sa planning stage, actual operation, and post-operation. Pero during the evaluation po ng documents na ito, hindi ko po nakita yung particular accomplishments po na magwawarrant sa payment of rewards.
Bakit sinabi mo na napakahaba ng mga dokumentong to? Bakit sinabi mo nung na-evaluate mo ay hindi mo nakita yung hinahanap mo o yung kailangan kasama nito? sa mga dokumentong ito. Bakit, Madam Witness?
Under po kasi sa joint circular, yun nga po, sa payment of rewards, it should be supported with documents evidencing success. Pero based po sa mga documents na to, ang nakalagay lang po dun sa certification is a general statement that there were no untoward incidents dun sa mga engagement ng Office of the Vice President together with the implementation ng programs. Pero hindi po ito naging sapat.
Ano-ano itong mga programs na sinasabi nila na pinaggamitan ng confidential funds? Wala ka bang nakita dito sa mga sinubmit na kadami-daming mga dokumento? Anong specifics nitong activities allegedly na pinaggamitan?
May mga activities po sa mga meetings, mga attendance po sa mga festival, ganun po. Tsaka yung mga engagement din po ng satellite offices.
Hindi ba qualified to? Hindi ba allowed ito? Yung mga nagmi-meeting. Paano mo malalaman? How can you ascertain that these meetings are indeed to discuss confidential activities?
Kasi po, ang nakalagay lang po dun is kung ano yung mga activity na inattendan doon po ng Vice President. Kasama na rin po yung mga programs ng mga satellite offices niya, pati po yung libreng sakay program ng OBP.
Libreng sakay program.
Opo, kasama po doon sa PIORs.
Hindi ba ito confidential? Yung libre na sakay na yan?
Hindi po.
Ano pa yung mga activities ng satellite offices na sinasabi mo na hindi naman tamang paggamit ng confidential funds?
Yung mga, hindi ko, pwede pong mabalikan yung...
Assisting Counsel may approach.
Dito po sa sa satellite office po nila sa Bacolod, ang nakalagay po rito na activity nila is provided rice box to Morsha fire victims.
Sandali. Rice box to
Morsha
fire victims. Baka confidential ang rice victims na yan, Madam Witness.
Tapos tupad beneficiaries at BCNHS.
Can you speak to the mic, please?
Tupad beneficiaries at BCNHS Gym, Dole, Tupad payout May 1, 2023, 198 recipients, daily wage for 50, a total of 841 cash disbursed 10 days.
Mga tupad beneficiaries, linista dyan, kung magkano.
Ito po yung mga naging activity po dun sa
So,
Bacolod
rice
Satellite.
giving, tupad activities, ano pa?
Medical mission po.
Medical mission,
Release of rice boxes to beneficiaries in Sebastian Antique. Visited MAIPP hospitals and provided GLs at billing accounting offices to get a copy of SOA. Yun po.
With the
visit ng
indulgence of
hospital.
Counsel, Ms. Xylene, these are the activities na sinasabi nilang kinover ng intelligence operations.
Ito po yung inattach nila as proof of success of the information gathering.
Ng activities nga.
Opo.
Not that ginamit yung confidential fund sa pagbigay ng bigas, not that ginamit yung confidential fund sa pagbigay ng tupad, not that ginamit yung confidential fund sa MAIP.
Opo. Bale po, ito yung naging activities ng Vice President po. Pero hindi po yung confidential fund yung ginamit dito.
Na naging ligtas siya, ika nga.
Opo,
base
parang
sa protective
conducted
activities.
surveillance activities po sa mga programang ito.
Okay. You may proceed, Counsel.
Again, para sa record, itong mga activities daw, yung mga rice giving, yung mga tupad na yan, doon siya nag-conduct ng surveillance activities. Yung bang sinasabi mo, Madam Witness?
Ang nakalagay po kasi dun sa certification, nag-conduct siya ng confidential activity, surveillance activities before, parang ang pagkakaintindi ko po dito is yung nag-conduct sila ng surveillance activities before the engagement of the Vice President po. Parang,
At sinabi mo na kasama to sa notice of disallowance?
Opo, kasi hindi napapakita ng mga dokumentong ito kasama yung certification na there was success in the information gathering and surveillance activities. Kasi yung statement lang po is there were no untoward incidents. Hinahanap ko po kung ano yung...
Pag sinabing, Madam Witness, pag sinabing there were no untoward incidences, hindi ba evidence of success yun? Walang yung mga komunista, yung mga terorista, imbis na nag-away-away, tumanggap na lang ng rice pack, tumanggap na lang ng tupad. Hindi ba success yun? Hindi sila nag-away-away?
Ang hinahanap ko po kasi dito, sample po doon sa isang activity is nakalagay probable threat, CTG, parang gano'n, NPA po. Ang hinahanap po kasi is payment of rewards. Meron bang doon sa probable threat na yun, may nahuli ba? Parang gano'n po. Yun ang magwa-warrant ng payment of rewards po.
At wala kang ganon
Yun po ang
na
hindi
nakita
hindi
sa
po
evaluation mo, Madam Witness.
Opo.
Going now to the third quarter of 2023, covering the period July 14 to September 30, 2023. Anong participation mo, if any, Madam Witness, dito sa pag-audit ng liquidation documents na sinubmit ng Office of the Vice President?
Ako po ang nag-evaluate ng response nila sa audit observation for the third quarter po ng 2023.
At Madam Witness, ano ang nangyari, if any?
Nung ma-issue po yung audit observation memorandum noong August 8, 2024, nag-submit po ang OBP ng response nila noong August 27, 2024.
If shown to you, the AOM, yung Audit Observation Memorandum, this is a stipulated document, Your Honor. Stipulated with the former witness, Attorney Wamil. With you. What is the relation of this AOM dated August 8, 2024, marked as
Counsel for the
Exhibit
assisting counsels may approach.
P-1-12-I for the prosecution and stipulated upon in the last hearing with defense counsel?
As respondents exhibit 1-106 OVP.
Correct, Your Honor. This is the same copy po of the AOM na na-issue namin sa OBP.
Now, showing to you, and it's being flashed on the screen as it's being shown to you. Sa last page, pakitingin sa last page, merong signature dyan over the name Nilda Plaras. Whose signature is this?
Si Assistant Commissioner Nilda Plaras po ang officer in charge ng ICFAO nung ma-issue po ang dokumento na ito.
Anong ibig sabihin na pumirma ang isang Nilda Plaras na Commissioner Associate? Assistant Commissioner ng COA-ICFAO.
Ito po ay na-approve, na-review at na-approve niya and is ready for release na po.
Okay. Ano, if at all, ang mga findings or issues na rinaise mo na in-approve naman ng Assistant Commissioner? Ano-ano yung mga issues na nakalagay dyan sa AOM or Audit Observation Memorandum, Madam Witness?
Ang mga issues po dito sa Audit Observation Memorandum na ito is first, the submitted liquidation documents po, wala pong naka-attach na documentary evidence of payments.
Your Honor, we request permission to flash this on the screen.
Counsel may do so.
Yung pangalawa naman po, yung payment of rewards na nagkakahalaga ng 35 million were not supported with documents evidencing success. Pangatlo po, yung physical and financial plan, hindi po nakaspecify yung specific confidential activities. At yung pang-apat po, yung box E ng disbursement voucher, kung saan makikita yung receipt of payment ng SDO ng cash advance ay hindi po napirmahan.
Bakit itong apat na findings na pinakita natin ngayon, bakit hindi compliant ito at linagay ninyo sa notice sa AOM?
Yung sa una po, under the joint circular po, dapat po ang disbursement for confidential fund should be supported with documents evidencing payments po.
At
Hindi po ito na-submit sa amin,
Okay,
kaya po
yung-
hiningi namin sa AOM.
yung pangalawang finding na sinabi mo,
Yung pangalawa naman po, yung payment of rewards under the joint circular, under item 4.8.5.b, it should be supported with documents evidencing success. Pero dun sa initial submission po nila, walang naka-attach na documents evidencing success to support the payment of rewards.
at yung pangatlong finding, bakit nasa AOM ninyo ito?
Kasi po yung sa physical and financial plan po nila, hindi naka-specify kung ano yung confidential activities na paggagamitan na magiging basis po ng disbursement ng confidential fund.
At Madam Witness, lastly, yung findings mo, yung pang-apat, bakit sinasabi nyo na bakit sinama to sa Audit Observation Memorandum?
Yung box E po kasi ng disbursement voucher, kung saan pumipirma yung SDO pag na-receive niya yung cheque is wala pong pirma yung Special Disbursing Officer.
Okay. After you issued this AOM, anong ginawa, if any, ng Office of the Vice President?
After nilang ma-receive itong Audit Observation Memorandum, nag-submit po sila ng response noong August 27, 2024.
And if shown to you, pag pinakita sa iyo itong response dated August 27, 2024, would you be able to identify the same?
Yes po.
Your Honor, please, witness is looking at Exhibit P-1-12-J. Again, despite this being the response of the Vice President herself, Counsel for the Defense did not stipulate on this document.
But they marked it as Exhibit 1-116 OVPN series, correct, Counsel?
Correct, Your Honor.
Proceed, Counsel.
Who signed this response, if you know?
Si Attorney Zuleika T. Lopez at si Mr. Limuel G. Ortonio po.
Again, Madam Witness, you are familiar with the signatures for the same reason you stated?
Yes po. Kasama po ito dun sa specimen signatures na naka-attach po sa liquidation documents.
Dito sa response ng Office of the Vice President, meron bang mga dokumento na sinama dito sa response na to?
Yes po.
Ano-ano itong mga documents?
Nag-submit po sila ng acknowledgement receipts as documents evidencing payments. Tapos, to support po the payment of rewards, nag-submit sila ng certification ni Colonel Raymond Dante Pila Chica together with the Protective Intelligence Operations Report. At yung panghuli pong attachment ay yung warrant register.
Okay. By agreement and upon direction of the presiding officer, we will be marking instead a tabulation of these acknowledgement receipts for the period July 14 to September 30, 2023, representing the third quarter liquidation, alleged liquidation expenses of the Office of the Vice President. Without, of course, without prejudice to the right to our opportunity to present them at the appropriate time, separately to the appropriate witnesses in the future, Your Honor.
Duly noted.
Madam Witness, if you are shown a acknowledgement receipts, would you be able to identify them?
Yes po.
We will not show them now, but did you prepare, if at all, a tabulation or summary of these acknowledgement receipts for the third quarter?
Yes po. Meron po akong tabulation.
Would you please show them to us? We have copies, Your Honor, of these tabulations or summaries. And for the record, we're giving the Honorable Presiding Officer and Counsel for the respondent copy of the summaries. Madam Witness, these summaries that you prepared, tell us the process involved. Ano-anong ginawa mo? Paano ka nakarating sa mga tabulation o summary na yan?
Nung ma-receive ko po yung documents na sinubmit kasama po ng response, In-encode ko po yung mga acknowledgement receipts na naglalaman po ng disbursement nila by date, activity, and the amount po.
And we have selected a few of these acknowledgement receipts. If shown to you, please identify the same. P-1 being flashed on the screen. Pakibasa nga ng mga pangalan dito.
Acknowledgement receipt. This is to acknowledge receipt of the amount of 130,000 pesos for the purchase of information received by name Beverly Claire Pampano, date September 9, 2023.
This is P-1-8-2051 in the name of Pampano. P-1-8-2107. Quezon naman ito. Quezon. Please read.
Acknowledgement.
Cheese. In English, cheese. Matthew N. Queso, 7/15/23. Magkano to, Madam Witness?
250,000 po at na-receive ni Matthew N. Queso noong July 15, 2023.
Ginamit for payment of supplies.
Opo.
Susunod, Nova Santos, 50,000 pesos, P-1-8-2147. Payment for the purchase of supplies. At another one, P-1-8-2195 sa isang Sala Kasim, 8/11/2023 for 180,000 pesos. Itong payment of supplies na pinakita natin, ito ba ay allowable expense ng confidential funds?
Yes po, under 4.8.4 of the joint circular po.
Purchase of supplies? Is this compliant with the joint circular?
Yun po, yung sa purchase of supplies, based on the acknowledgement receipt po na ito, hindi ko ma-ascertain na talagang pinambili siya ng supplies, kaya humingi po ako ng additional documentation.
So, sa nilagay sa acknowledgement receipt, purchase of supplies, hindi naman in-explain saan binili yung supply.
Wala po, ito lang pong acknowledgement receipt ang sinabit
Saan
sa akin.
ginamit yung supply? Wala din.
Nakalagay lang po dito na for confidential operations.
Okay. Lahat ng sinabi, no? At yung mga sinasabi ditong payment of supplies pa, kagaya nitong, okay, P-1-8-1933, Renan Piatos, purchase of information naman to. P-1-8-2258 kay Xiaomi 8, 100,000 pesos, purchase of supplies. Another one, P-1-18, 2092, flash on the screen, sa isang J. Camote. 200,000, payment of purchase of supplies. 8/11/2023. At itong mangga, gumawa ataw ng fruit salad ito. May kamote, may mangga, may keso. P-1-8-2262, Migi Mango, for 50,000 pesos. Ano ang masasabi mo dito, Madam Witness?
Yung mga acknowledgement receipts po na purchase of supplies and purchase of supplies, hiningan ko po ng additional documentation to ascertain po na ipinambili po talaga ito ng supplies.
We will finish this. Kokoy Villamin, P-1-18, 2064, 50,000 pesos. Bumili daw siya ng information. Last four in this list, P-1-8, 2635 for Contis. Connor Adrian, 9/20/2023 for 50,000. Reward payment, P-18-2178, Hanilet Camille C. 8/3/2023, 350,000 pesos. P-1-18, 2665, Christine Applegate Estrada. 50,000 pesos for reward payment. And last but not the least, P-1-18, 2010, isang Denise Tanya Escudero. August 25, 2023. Bumili ng information itong Escudero for 120,000 pesos. Madam Witness, may Queso, may Escudero, may Hanilet, may Estrada. Anong observation mo dito sa mga selected ARs na pinakita sa iyo?
Yung sa mga payment of rewards po, hindi po siya supported ng documents evidencing success. And yun sa purchase of supplies po, hiningan ko po ng additional documentation to ascertain na binayad po talaga ito para sa supplies na ginamit sa confidential operations.
Your Honor, please, we just have 3 certifications for the Office of the Vice President, and then we will go to the DepEd, but it's now 12 o'clock. And all with the names Apple, Queso, Mangga, and etc. I think it is time for us to have lunch, Your Honor. With the permission of this honorable court.
Of course, Counsel.
Request for
If
continuance.
you think
Your
it is a
Honor.
good time to pause so that your direct examination may not be cut at an inappropriate time, Chair will accede to that.
May we ask that the witness be temporarily excused, Your Honor?
The witness is excused for lunch. Kain ka muna, Ma'am Xylene.
Thank you po, Your Honor.
We resume at 12:30. Chair declares a lunch recess. The trial is resumed. Ms. Xylene, still testifying under the same oath, ma'am.
Yes po, Your Honor.
Attorney Lorna, you may proceed with the continuation of your direct. When you're ready.
With the permission of the honorable court. Madam Witness? Good afternoon, Madam Witness.
Good afternoon po.
Before we ended the morning proceedings, you identified acknowledgement receipts, tama?
Yes po.
Maliban dito sa mga acknowledgement receipts, what other documents were attached to the Office of the Vice President's response, if any?
To support po the payment of rewards, nag-attach po sila ng certification from Colonel Dante Pilachica and the Protective Intelligence Operation reports for the third quarter of 2023.
If shown to you, these certifications na minention mo, will you be able to identify the same?
Yes po.
Okay, showing to you. Madam Witness, certification dated September 30, 2023, pre-marked as Exhibit P-1-12-K. Also being shown on the screen with the kind permission of this Honorable Presiding Officer. What relation does this certification have sa sinabi mong inattach sa response ng Office ng Vice President?
This is the same copy po ng certification attached to their response.
Ano naman ang observation or significance nitong certification?
Ito po ay inattach nila to support the payment of rewards. Under the joint circular po kasi, if it is for payment of rewards, it should be supported with documents evidencing success. And based on this document po, hindi ko po nakita yung particular accomplishment that will warrant the payment of rewards.
So itong certification na in-identify mo, compliant ito sa joint circular na pinagbasihan mo ng evaluation?
Hindi po.
Sinabi mo walang supporting documents evidencing success. Ano ba dapat ang mga dokumentong supporting success ng operations?
Based po sa joint circular, wala pong in-identify doon. Ang sinabi lang is documents evidencing success. Pero based po sa evaluation ko dito sa dokumento na to, hindi ko po nakita yung particular accomplishment na proof of success po.
Also earlier, sinabi mo na together with the Vice President's response, meron siyang inattach na tinatawag na Protective Intelligence Operations Reports. Tama?
Opo, tama
If
po.
shown to you, pag pinakita sa iyo itong PIOR, Protective Intelligence Operation Report, would you be able to identify them?
Yes po.
Showing to you, Madam Witness, what was marked? What was pre-marked as Exhibits P-1-12-L up to P-1-12-L10. Tell this Honorable Court, if these are the certifications on the Protective Intelligence Operation Report that you mentioned. Likewise, with the permission of the presiding officer, being flashed on the screen for easy reference of the impeachment court.
Will the tech kindly check kung saan nanggagaling yung ingay na yun? For the record, witnesses perusing, I presume, counsel, Exhibit P-1-12-1-1 up to P-1-12-1-10, the PIOR of the engagements of the Vice President, as well as the certification dated September 30, 2023, Exhibit P-1-12-K, respectively, Respondents Exhibit 1-116 OVP and series.
We would also like to manifest for the record, Your Honor, that despite this being prosecution's exhibits and marked as well separately as defense exhibits, These being documents submitted to the COA-ICFAO, Your Honor. The Office of the Vice President, Counsel for the Office of the Vice President or for the respondent refused to stipulate to these documents, Your Honor. For the record.
The clerk of court is directed to kindly instruct the tech to check what's wrong with the mics. And the tech is directed to, he's allowed rather to go to come here to plenary to look at it if necessary.
Akin na lang.
Counsel may proceed. I believe the witness is through perusing the documents.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Witness. Having gone over these documents, Madam Witness, P-1-12-L hanggang P-L-12-L-10 na reports ng Protective Intelligence Operations, ano-ano ang mga engagements na nakita mo sa mga reports na to?
Doon po sa mga engagement ni Vice President, yung attendance po niya sa mga meetings, sa mga commencement exercises po. Tapos dito naman po sa mga satellite offices niya, may mga tree planting activities po, mga courtesy visits and coordination meetings po. And lahat po ng naging engagement nila for the third quarters of 2023.
Yung mga nakalagay sa third quarter na report na sinabi mo, ganun din ang linagay sa first and second quarter na tinestify mo kanina?
Yes po, may mga activities na pareho po. Mga meetings, mga attendance po sa iba-ibang events.
Tree planting, meetings, award ceremony, etc. Madam Witness.
Opo.
Okay. Sinabi mo rin kanina na hindi ito compliant sa joint circular. Dito sa mga sinabit na in-identify mo, compliant na ba to sa joint circular?
Hindi pa din po naipakita sa mga dokumentong ito yung particular accomplishment na will warrant the payment of rewards.
Pero on clarification of the presiding officer, tinanong kung ano ang hindi compliant. Yung pagkaroon ba ng tree planting o yung sinasabi nilang activity in connection with confidential funds. Sa tree planting na yan, anong nakikita mo na activity in connection with alleged surveillance?
Yun po kasing nakalagay doon sa certification, nagkakaroon po sila ng surveillance activities before yung mga activities na ito.
Yes.
Pero based po kasi sa evaluation ko, hindi po kasi napakita dito kung ano yung particular accomplishment that will warrant the payment of rewards. Gaya po sa isang activity na nakalagay nga po, ang probable threat is yung sa CTG, mga NPA, ganyan po. Hindi po makita sa mga dokumentong ito na itong probable threats na to, ano yung naging successful result? Meron bang nahuli na mga sa mga ito. Ganun po yung hinahanap namin as support sa payment of rewards.
Pero itong sinasabi mong evidence of success, ilan ang NPA o ilan ang terorista, ilan ang komunistang nahuli, hindi ba yan confidential information na hindi dapat nila i-divulge, Madam Witness?
Sa COA po kasi, hinihingi po namin yun para mapatunayan talaga na naging totoo yung payment of rewards.
So hindi pwedeng sabihin na, ay hindi natin pwedeng i-divulge kasi confidential yan. Kailangan pa rin, under the joint circular, na mapatunayan yung success ng panggastos ng confidential funds sa resulta na sinasabi ng nabawasan ng terorista, nabawasan ng insurgency. Kailangan pa rin document, Madam Witness?
Yes po, para po mapatunayan yung pagbibigay ng payment of rewards.
After itong Office of the Vice President's response in relation sa third quarter expenditure, February 6 to September 30, 2023, at saka sa first and second quarter, ano nangyari? What happened next after all of this response of the Office of the Vice President for the 3 quarters?
During po the evaluation ng responses sa dalawang AOM, nagkaroon po ng Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability hearings po noong November 2024. At dito po nagkaroon ng statement si Ms. Gina Acosta, ang Special Disbursing Officer ng OBP, na by the directive of BP Sara, binibigay po niya ang cash advance for confidential fund kay Colonel Raymond Dante Pila Chica.
Before we go into that, Your Honor, please, Presiding Officer, this witness alluded or has testified that there was a Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, CGGPA hearing. Kailan to?
November 2024 po.
Yes. For the understanding and appreciation of this honorable court, this was subject of a motion for judicial notice of the prosecution and the transcripts of that hearing as to its actual occurrence, as to what transpired, Your Honor, have been subject of judicial notice. Your Honor, Mr. Witness, Madam Witness, sinabi mo na nag-testify si Ms. Gina Acosta. Nandun ka ba sa hearing na yon?
Yes po, nandun po ako sa hearing na yon.
Bakit ka nandun sa hearing na yon?
Kasama po ako sa resource persons from COA na umattend po doon.
Nasubpina ka ba?
Yes po.
Bakit ka sinubpina?
Kasi ako po yung staff na nag-conduct ng evaluation po ng mga documents na sinubmit in relation sa liquidation ng confidential fund ng OBP at DepEd.
Okay, and you said that in that hearing of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability, nag-testify ang isang Miss Gina Acosta. Ito bang Miss Gina Acosta yung sinabi mo kanina na Chief of Staff? Ay, hindi. Sino? SDO ng Office of the Vice President?
Yes po, si Miss Gina Acosta po.
At nakilala mo siya sa hearing na yon, na nandun talaga siya?
Opo, nagpakilala po siya.
Nagpakilala siya sa'yo?
Hindi po, doon sa hearing po.
Sa
Kaya
hearing.
na-identify ko po na siya po yun.
And anong sinabi niya? Anong narinig mong sinabi niya sa hearing na yan?
Na by the directive po of BP Sara, binibigay niya kay Colonel Raymond Dante Pila Chica, head ng Vice Presidential Security and Protection Group, yung cash advance po for confidential fund.
Na sinabi kay Gina Acosta ng Vice President na ibigay niya kay isang Colonel La Chica. Sino itong Colonel La Chica?
Siya po yung head ng Vice Presidential and Security Group po nung time na yun.
Itong Colonel La Chica, hindi siya Senior Disbursement Officer?
Hindi po
Special Disbursement Officer?
Hindi po siya ang SDO.
Ano ang kinalaman ng isang head ng security sa disbursement ng confidential funds, kung alam mo?
Under po kasi sa joint circular, nakalagay po doon na sa responsibility ng SDO na siya yung mag-disburse ng cash advance. And meron din pong provision under 6.1.1 na hindi under no circumstance shall cash advance for confidential fund be transferred from one accountable to another po.
So, kung ano ang nakalagay sa circular na yan, 6.1.1, yun lang dapat ang officer na dapat mag-disburse ng pondo.
Yes po, si SDO lang po.
E paano kung ang Vice President mismo, Vice President, yung head ng agency, ang siya mismo nag-instruct kay Ma'am Gina Acosta, na bigay ni Gina Acosta, kanyang SDO, kay Colonel La Chica. Tama ba yun sa palagay ninyo o sa evaluation ninyo, Madam Witness?
Objection, Your Honor.
Kindly turn on the mic of the counsel for respondent tech. And why is it off?
Hello. The witness is incompetent to answer that question.
If she knows, counsel, witness may answer.
Under
If
po,
you know, Xylene. If you don't, you can also say so.
okay po, thank you po, Your Honor. Under po kasi sa joint circular, it is the SDO na mag-disburse ng cash advance. And ang participation po dito ng head of agency is to oversee, kasama po sa responsibility niya, to oversee the agency-wide use ng kung paano po ginagamit ang confidential fund.
So ang sagot sa tanong ay, ang tanong ko ngayon, sa sinabi mo, sa palagay mo, bakit ka nabahala na si Miss Acosta?
Your Honor,
I have not
Let
asked the question.
the
Your Honor.
counsel finish her question. Counsel for response.
Why does it concern you, as you stated, that Miss Acosta admitted to transferring the confidential funds
Your Honor, please.
to Colonel La Chica?
Are you done, Attorney Kapunan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, counsel for
Your Honor,
response.
the witness did not say that she was concerned about it. So that's a leading question. Misleading, sorry.
Kindly reform, counsel. You already established that the witness heard Gina Acosta under oath testify that she was instructed by the Vice President to give the funds to...
What observation or significance did you draw from the admission by Ms. Acosta in this Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability hearing? What observation or significance did you draw personally from this admission?
This is a direct violation po ng joint circular, specifically yung item 6.1.1 po.
Again, 6.1.1. Are you familiar? Are you competent to testify on what 6.1.1 is?
Yes po.
Bakit?
Kasi po, ang nakalagay dito is hindi po pwedeng ibigay ito ng SDO sa ibang officer po.
Your Honor, please.
Counsel for respondent.
The question is unresponsive, Your Honor. She was asked, why are you competent to testify on 6.1.1? The answer rather is unresponsive.
Witness is directed to answer yes or no. If she is competent, she's going ahead of the horse.
Yes po, kasi ang basis po ng audit namin is the joint circular.
Okay. Attorney Kapunan, you may proceed.
What next did you do in relation to the liquidation of the OVP's confidential funds after this committee hearing?
After po the committee hearing, together, after din po na ma-evaluate yung mga liquidation documents and yung mga responses, I drafted po a notice of disallowance and sinabit ko po ito sa aking division chief for her review.
Okay. So ikaw mismo ang nag-draft ng notice of disallowance?
Yes po.
Anong basis nito? Itong notice of disallowance?
Ang una po is yung yung kanina pong nabanggit ko na yung directive ni BP Sara na naibigay ni Ms. Gina Acosta yung cash advance for CF kay Colonel Lachica, which is violation of under 6.1.1 of the Joint Circular. And after the evaluation po nung responses, the amount of 261,300,000 was also disallowed kasi nga po yung payment of rewards amounting to 62 million were not supported with documents evidencing success. And yung purchases po nila ng supplies and provision of medical and food aid in a total amount of 199 million, based on the acknowledgement receipts po, hindi ma-ascertain na these are for purchase of supplies. Kaya po nanghingi ako ng additional documents po. And yung pang-apat po is based sa evaluation ng mga acknowledgement receipts for the third quarter, may disbursement po doon for purchase of information na nabayaran before ma-release yung cash advance na nagkakahalaga ng 300,000 pesos.
Okay, so dahil dito sa mga reasons na yan, nag-issue ka ng notice of disallowance. If shown to you, itong notice, will you be able to identify the same?
Opo.
Your Honor, please, can we ask Attorney De La Cruz
Assistant
to show?
Counsel may approach.
This has been pre-marked as Exhibit P-1-13-F, Your Honor, for the prosecution.
And for the record, respondents 1-9. Please proceed, Counsel.
Yes, Your Honor. Again, for the record, this is likewise Respondent's Exhibit, the same as prosecution, which, again, they refuse to stipulate on. How much, Madam Witness, was disallowed in your notice of disallowance?
Yung buong amount po na 375 million pesos.
375 million. Anong period ang covered nitong 375 million na to?
Bale, ito po ay for the 3 quarters of 2023. Tig 125 po per quarter.
And this is being flashed on the screen as well. Sino-sino ang responsible persons in connection sa notice of disallowance na inisyu ng COA-ICFAO dated March 31, 2026?
Ang mga persons po ay sina VP Sara, the SDO Ms. Gina Acosta, ang Chief Accountant Ms. Julieta Villa del Rey at si Colonel Raymond Dante Pilachica po.
Now, you said that respondent Duterte, Sara Duterte, is accountable. Why? Bakit accountable ang Vice President Sara Duterte?
Because she approved po the transactions and the utilization of the cash advance po.
Saan nakalagay sa mga dokumento ang inapprove ng Vice President mismo?
Yung sa accomplishment report po.
Sa mga lahat ng accomplishment reports. Ito naman, Ms. Gina Acosta, why do you say that she is also accountable?
Kasi po siya ang special disbursing officer at responsibility po niya na i-disburse ang cash advance.
Okay. Pag sinabing accountable, no? Hindi naman tayo accountant. Ano sa layman's term ang ibig sabihin ng accountable?
May yung taong may pananagutan po dun sa pondo na binigay sa kanya.
Okay. May pananagutan. So ang Sara Duterte, Vice President, may pananagutan.
Opo, tama po.
Bakit? Anong nature ba ng pondo na yan?
Kasi po ito is pondo ng bayan po.
Pondo ng bayan. In English naman, public funds.
Opo.
Baliktad. Miss Gina Acosta, bakit naman siya accountable?
Dahil siya po ang designated na special disbursing officer and responsibility po niya na i-disburse ang cash advance.
Okay. At bakit? Hindi ba niya ginawa yung kanyang responsibility ng mag-disburse.
Objection, Your Honor. Leading question.
Why do you say that she is an accountable officer?
Reform Counsel.
What?
No, you already did. So
I reformed, Your Honor.
I know, you already did. Please continue.
Pwede pong paulit yung tanong.
You mentioned that Gina Acosta ay accountable officer rin. Bakit?
Dahil sa kanya po ibinigay yung cash advance for, siya po ang dinesignate na special disbursing officer at siya po yung accountable dun sa pag-disburse ng cash advance for confidential fund.
Sinabi mo, naging basihan mo ang joint circular. Saan naman nakalagay ito sa joint circular na isang SDO ang dapat responsible sa pag-disburse ng tinatawag na public funds?
Nakalagay po ito dun sa responsibility niya and gaya ng nabanggit ko po kanina dun sa item 6.1.1 na hindi ito pwedeng i-transfer from one accountable to another.
Incidentally, pag ganyan sa mga companies, yung mga naghahandle ng mga pondo, may bond. May bond tinatawag, no? Dito ba? Sa Office of the Vice President, accountable public disbursement
Objection.
officer. Saan kaya?
What is the-
Meron ba sa circular ang nakalagay na kailangan magbigay ng bond ang SDO?
Your Honor, please.
Yes, Counsel for
Leading
Respondent.
question.
I'll consider it preliminary, Counsel, because I think it's a given that SDO should have a bond. Kindly answer, Madam Witness.
Nakalagay po ito sa joint circular. Your Honor, pwede po bang mag-refer ako sa joint circular?
You may, Xylene.
Nakalagay po ito dun sa item 6.1.2. Sabi po dito, cash advances for CFN or IF shall be drawn by duly designated and banded SDOs or head of agency for the implementation of a program, activity, and project. No. Yan.
That would be
yan ang...
enough.
May I proceed?
Counsel may proceed.
Okay. So sa binasa mo, ang SDO ay dapat magbigay ng bond. Do you have any knowledge if this Gina Acosta gave a bond pursuant to the joint circular provision that you read?
Yes po, naka-attach po ito dun sa liquidation documents. Required po ito sa joint circular.
At magkano naman? Kung ang amount ng Office of the Vice President confidential funds ay 500 million pesos, magkano naman ang bond na sinabi mo naka-attach ang dokumento sa mga sinabmit ng OVP? Magkano ang bond?
Hindi ko na po maaalala yung kung magkano, pero based po sa evaluation ng mga documents, enough naman po yung band ng SDO para i-cover yung cash advances niya.
If the amount is the amount stated, if you recall?
Hindi ko na po maalala yung kung magkano yung band, pero during the evaluation po, hindi po namin naging findings yun.
Okay. Ngayon naman, if the SDO is a bonded, at sinabi mo si Gina Acosta ay may bond, in the provision that you read, is it allowed for a Gina Acosta, isang bonded na senior special disbursement officer, na mag-transfer ng kanyang responsibility sa isa pang officer?
Your Honor, please.
Yes, Counsel.
Leading question, Your Honor.
Actually, I would have sustained it because she asked and answered. Already answered, Counsel.
You said, I will reform, Your Honor.
Yes, she already answered that question earlier. Kindly reform, Counsel.
Ito namang Miss Villa del Rey, why did you say she is an accountable officer?
Dahil po dun sa liquidation report, sinertify niya na complete and proper yung mga liquidation documents po. Pero upon the evaluation po, hindi po ito complete and proper.
And Colonel Chica?
Dahil po siya ang nag-disburse ng cash advance despite not being the special disbursing officer ng Office of the Vice President.
And why is that? Is this among your observations?
Yes po.
And what did your observation indicate about Colonel Chica?
Yun nga po, yung naging, ito po yung isang mga ground kung bakit po na-disallow yung total ng 375 million.
Sa pagkaalam namin, based on our understanding, may mga stages yan. Ano? Ang unang stage ng evaluation, audit, observation, memorandum. Tama?
Opo, tama po.
And in the case of the Office of the Vice President, naka-issue kayo ng AOM.
Opo, tama po.
Ang next stage dapat dyan ay ang notice of suspension. Tama?
Opo.
Now, in the case of the Office of the Vice President, pagkatapos nagbigay ng response ang Office of the Vice President sa AOM na inisyu ninyo, anong nangyari? Anong ginawa ng Office of the Vice President?
Nag-respond po sila sa AOM po.
So, nag-respond sa AOM. Did the response address, sinagot ba ng response na yan ang lahat ng observations, lahat ng non-compliance, lahat ng discrepancy, deficiency na pinoint out nyo sa AOM?
Based po sa evaluation ng mga responses together with the attached documents po, hindi pa rin po ito naging compliant sa joint circular.
And what did you do? What did your office do, if any?
Kaya po, nag-issue po kami ng notice of disallowance.
Bakit, Madam Witness? Sa pagkaalam natin, pagkatapos ng AOM, dapat notice of suspension. Bakit nyo agad in-issue ang isang notice of disallowance at hindi na kayo nagbigay ng notice of suspension muna? Bakit diniretso ninyo sa disallowance?
Dahil nga po sa naging statement under oath ni Ms. Gina Acosta na ibinigay niya na by the directive of BP Sara, binigay niya kay Colonel Lachica yung cash advance for CF, which is a violation po ng joint circular, making it irregular po.
Apart from this joint circular of 2015, please confirm kung meron mga rules and regulations na in-issue ang COA para sa mga settlement of accounts, if you know.
Ang basis po namin is yung rules and regulations on settlement of accounts po.
Anong ibig sabihin nun? Anong particular provision?
Pwede pong pakiulit yung tanong.
Sinabi mo na merong rules and regulations on settlement of accounts.
Opo, meron po.
At instead of a notice of suspension, diniretso nyo agad sa notice of disallowance.
Opo, tama po.
Anong pinagbasihan ninyo nito?
Dahil nga po, ang definition po ng notice of disallowance based on the joint circular is yung transaction po appears to be illegal, improper, or irregular. And in this case po, yung naging transfer po is a direct violation, making the transaction irregular. Kaya naging notice of disallowance na po yung inisyo namin.
Okay. So itong pag-transfer ng responsibilidad sa disbursement na hindi naman special disbursement officer, sinabi mo, illegal.
Doon po siya sa irregular, which is violation po siya sa joint circular.
Okay. So yung joint circular nakalagay illegal, improper, at irregular. Ang sinasabi mo ay irregular.
Opo, tama po.
At bakit irregular ulit?
Kasi po hindi siya
Ask and answered, Your Honor. Ask and answered.
Asked and
already.
answered, Counsel.
Okay. What is the status of this notice of disallowance at present, if you know?
Nasa...
Ask and answered already, Your Honor.
I don't quite remember, Counsel.
It
It
was
would be
not
okay
asked
to
yet,
repeat.
Your Honor. I
It would
think
be okay to
Counsel-
repeat, nevertheless. Yes, Ms. Eileen.
What is the status of this notice of disallowance?
Nasa prescribed period pa po ang OBP para po mag-appeal sa commission proper po.
Okay.
With the indulgence of counsel, and what is the prescribed period to appeal before the commission?
180 days po after nila ma-receive yung notice of disallowance.
6 months.
Opo.
You may proceed, counsel.
And to your knowledge, are they still well within this 6-month period to
Ask and
submit?
answered already, Your Honor.
Your Honor, please, it is within, this is follow-up to the question of the presiding officer. What is the period? 180 days. My question is the 180 days still currently applicable?
Yes po.
Okay. Next, Madam Witness, are you still okay?
Opo.
Punta naman tayo dito sa Department of Education.
Before you move on, counsel, with the indulgence of Attorney Kapunan, Ma'am Xylene, so dahil binigay di umano kay Latchika ni Gina Costa, dinisallow niyo na lahat?
Yes po, kasi direct violation po ito ng joint circular.
Subalit dahil hindi yan dumaan sa notice of suspension, inisyu niyo yung notice of disallowance nang hindi binibigyan ng pagkakataon, sumagot muna o magpaliwanag ang OVP. Wala pa po sila nun. Ngayon pa lang kung sakasakali kung mag-a-appeal sila.
Opo.
So you have not heard the side of the Vice President or the OVP's office with respect to what you heard Gina Acosta say under oath in the House hearings. Wala pa
Okay.
silang response doon.
Wala pa po.
Wala
Doon
pa
na
rin
lang
kayong-
po. Doon na lang po sa appeal.
Doon na lamang. So inisyu nyo to nang hindi naririnig yung panic nila.
Opo.
You may proceed, counsel, to the DepEd.
What is your participation, Madam Witness, in the post-audit of the confidential funds of the Office of the Vice President of Department of Education for the first quarter and second quarter of 2023, covering the periods February 20 to March 30, 2023 for the first quarter, and for the second quarter, April 25 to June 30, 2023. Anong participation mo, if any, sa post-audit na to?
Ako po yung nag-evaluate ng response ng DepEd sa Audit Observation Memorandum na na-issue sa kanila for the first and second quarters of 2023 po.
You also said that earlier that nung na-transfer na si Mr. Wamil na sinundan mo, nag-issue siya bago siya umalis ng isang AOM dated February 1, 2024. You confirm that?
Opo, tama po.
And to your knowledge, nagbigay ba ng sagot o response ang DepEd, Department of Education, na ang head of agency ay si Vice President Sara Duterte? Meron bang response ang office ng DepEd sa AOM dated February 1, 2024 na inisyu ni Mr. Wamil?
Opo, nag-submit po sila ng response noong April 17, 2024.
And if I show you a copy of this response dated April 17, 2024, ma-identify mo ba siya?
Opo.
Showing to you now, Attorney De La Cruz. Showing to you now, the Department of Education's response, pre-marked as Exhibit P-1-21-B. P-1-21-B, Your Honor.
Kindly turn on, thank you. And respondents, 1-9. Counsel, correct?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, it's 1-79.
79.
DE.
Sorry. 1 dash. The
One-
response is 1 dash.
D-1-79-DE.
Noted.
Madam Witness, anong relation itong document na in-identify mo sa sinabi mong sinubmit na response ng DepEd Secretary?
This is the same response po na sinubmit sa amin ng DepEd.
Please look at this document. Meron nakalagay sa last page. Kaninong signature ito kung alam mo?
Kay Attorney Michael Wesley T. Powa po.
Attorney Michael. Who is this Attorney Michael Powa?
Based on this document po, Undersecretary and Chief of Staff.
Okay. Why are you familiar with his signature?
Doon po sa dalawang documents na na-evaluate ko, pareho po yung signature niya doon sa dalawang transmittal letters po.
And how many acknowledgement? Okay. What were the attachments, if you recall, to this response of the DepEd?
Nag-submit po sila ng acknowledgement receipts, certification from the relevant partners, specifically the Armed Forces of the Philippines,
Ano pa?
at saka po fully accomplished na disbursement voucher. And meron din po pala silang sinubmit na DepEd Order number 1.
Okay. You mentioned na may attached sa response na acknowledgement receipts for the first quarter and for the second quarter by the DepEd. If shown to you, will you be able to identify them?
Yes po.
For the first quarter of the DepEd, you have made a summary, please confirm, Madam Witness, of 561 acknowledgement receipts
Opo, tama po.
for the period February 20 to March 30, 2023. Meron kang summary na ginawa.
Opo, meron po.
Dala mo ba yung summary na yan?
Yes po.
Your Honor, please, the witness is producing a summary of 561 acknowledgement receipts for the first quarter. Liquidation expenses of confidential funds of the Department of Education.
Observation of counsel is noted. You may
We are giving copies to Respondents' Counsel and to this Honorable Presiding Officer through the Clerk of Court.
Yes, please. The clerk of court to those eyes directed to kindly get a copy. You may proceed, counsel.
We request, Your Honor, that this tabulation for the first quarter prepared by the witness be marked as Exhibit P-1-33. Madam Witness. For the second quarter of the DepEd, attached to the DepEd's response is 619 acknowledgement receipts. Do you confirm that?
Yes po.
This is for the period April 25 to June 30, 2023.
Opo.
And this consists, no. Do you have that summary with you?
Yes po, meron po.
Same order, kindly mark it and furnish the opposing counsel as well as the court with a copy.
For the record, Your Honor, the first quarter is 561 acknowledgement receipts, The second quarter is 619 acknowledgement receipts. So the summaries of quarter 1 and quarter 2 consist of 1,180 acknowledgement receipts, Your Honor. These are marked. We request that this be marked as Exhibit PI-34 for the second quarter.
Noted.
Madam Witness, anong proseso ang ginamit mo sa paggawa ng evaluation or tabulation na to?
Gaya po ng ginawa ko rin sa OBP, tinabulate ko po ito by date, yung activity and the amount po.
Okay. And familiar ka sa mga ARs na to, Madam Witness?
Opo.
And if shown to you, we will show you some selected examples. Also going to be flashed on the screen. Showing to you Exhibit P-1-17-29 being flashed on the screen. Madam Witness, anong pangalan na nakalagay dito?
Pirma lang po. Ay, di ko po mabasa kung pirma ito, pero wala pong...
Walang pangalan pero may pirma.
Opo.
And anong place na in-issue?
Based po sa dokumento, ang address po is Danao.
At ang date?
February 21, 2023 po.
February 21, 2023 for magkano?
50,000 pesos po for the payment for information.
Okay. Can you read the others? P-17, P-1-17-81, Alfred Avanta.
Nakalagay po, acknowledgement receipt date, February 21, 2023. Received the amount of 100,000 in payment for supplies. Payee, Alfred Abanta, address Malolos.
Malolos. Next, P-1-17-288, Mary Santillan. Someplace in-issue ito, Madam Witness, based on the document.
Based po sa document, ang address po nakalagay is Davao City.
Okay. Anong date nito?
February 21, 2023 po.
The same date, February 21, 2023. Okay. Galing Malolos, pumunta ng Davao, Negros Occidental naman. P-1-17-382, Amilio. Magkano to?
45,000 po in payment for rental safe house.
Ang date
February 21, 2023 po.
and place is
Ang nakalagay po sa dokumento na address is Negros Occidental.
Negros Occidental. For the next one, P-1-17-492. Kaninong pangalan ito?
Pirma lang po.
Walang pangalan, may pirma. Saan naman place binigay ang perang ito?
San Francisco, Agusan del Sur po.
So, from Negros Occidental, pumunta ng Agusan.
Your Honor, please, Your Honor.
Magkano ang... There's no question yet.
Kindly,
Ano ang date?
I know
na
where you're getting at, but kindly finish your question, Counsel.
Anong date ang in-issue nito based on this document?
Ang date po is February 21, 2023.
Okay, the next document.
Counsel for respondent, yes.
Your Honor, can the counsel be reminded not to make any inferences on the document, Your Honor, like from
Counsel-
Malolos, pumunta ng Negros.
Counsel
pumunta
is so
ng Agusan.
reminded, just ask your question to the witness. Let the witness be the one to respond to whatever elicitation or admission you want to get, Counsel. You may
Yes, Your
proceed.
Honor, we will comply, although it's self-evident that all these documents are dated February 21, 2023, like the next one, P-1-1-17493, in the name of Andre Galor. Where was it issued, Madam Witness?
Based po sa document, ang address po is Makati City.
And what date?
February 21, 2023 po.
For what amount, Madam Witness?
100,000 po for the payment of rental safe house.
Okay. And the last in this first set is P-1-17574. Is there a name? Anong pangalan na nakalagay sa dokumento?
Minda Lacson po.
Anong date?
February 21, 2023.
Anong place?
Negros Oriental po.
Okay. Madam Witness, based on the documents, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, based on these 7 selected documents presented to you, do you confirm that there is only one date of disbursement?
Your Honor, please.
Asked and answered.
February
Counsel.
21, 2023 is the uniform dates in all of these documents, Madam Witness.
Your Honor, please.
I have not yet asked the question.
No,
Ask
you
and answer,
already
Your
did.
Honor.
You already did, Counsel. If it's the uniform date.
Okay, what is the question is this? What significance can you draw or observation can you make for these 6 documents issued on the same dates in 6 different places from 7? Danao, Malolos, Davao, Negros, Agusan, Makati City, Negros, Oriental. What observation can you make, if any, as regards these acknowledgement receipts that you identified?
Based po dito sa mga acknowledgement receipts na to, lahat po sila is dated February 21, 2023 and naibigay po sila sa iba-ibang addresses po na nakalagay dito.
You mentioned earlier on testimony that you have audited many national agencies, correct?
Yes po.
And at least 30, if I recall right. At least 30 national agencies?
Opo.
Okay. Based on your evaluation, how many government or national agencies have had similar submissions on acknowledgement receipts? If you recall, same date, different locations, different names. How many? Based on your recollection, national or local government agencies have submitted acknowledgement receipts of this nature?
Hindi ko na po mabilang pero may mga nagsasabit din po ng acknowledgement receipts po.
Ang tanong sa'yo, acknowledgement receipts na pare-parehong araw pero iba-ibang location. Meron ka bang maalala?
Parang wala. Wala naman po.
Okay. Going now to several acknowledgement receipts, which we will show you. Please go over this. Again, acknowledgement receipts by way of liquidation for the DepEd. Can you please go over this one by one, being flashed on the screen? First is P-1-17-7 for Geraldine Omoy. What date is stated there?
Nakalagay po dito February 25, 2023.
And place?
Nakalagay po sa dokumento na to ang address po is Masbate.
Magkano?
200,000 po for the payment of reward.
Next, P-1-17-87. Kaninong pangalan na nandyan?
Pirma lang po yung nakalagay.
Walang pangalan. Saan in-issue?
Sa Lawag City po.
Anong date?
February 25, 2023 po.
February 25, 2023. For how much?
100,000 po for the payment for supplies.
Okay. P-1-17-88 to a Mr. Aquino, Jaime Aquino. From Davao City, magkano?
45,000 po.
And what date?
February 25, 2023 po.
Next, P-1-17-127. Whose name is it? What amount and what date?
Pirma lang po, tapos ang date po niya is February 25, 2023. Ang nakalagay po na address is Agusan del Norte.
Next, Madam Witness, Rex Napoles, P-1-17-128. What date, what place, and what amount is stated?
Ang date po is February 25, 2023. 50,000 in payment for transport, rental, or expenses. Ang address po na nakalagay is Olonga po.
P-1-17-169. Madam Witness. Whose name, what is the date, the place, and the amount?
Ang date po is February 25, 2023 in the amount of 40,000 for the payment of information. Address po is Samar.
P-1-17-213 Eduardo Tan. What date and where was it disbursed and what amount?
Nakalagay po sa dokumento date February 25, 2023. Ang amount po is 150,000 in payment for reward. Ang address po is Masbate.
With the indulgence of counsel, so as not to belabor the point, based on your understanding, Ma'am Xylene, yung address po bang nakalagay sa baba? Address kung saan binigay yung pera o address ng tao? Sa pagkakaunawan niyo po
Based po dito sa dahil po documents evidencing payment, yung address po dito is yung kung saan po binayad.
So ang ibig sabihin, pro forma document po ba yan?
Hindi po to kasama sa annexes sa joint circular.
So hindi to pro forma?
Hindi po.
So sa pagkakaunawa nyo lamang po na ang address na nakalagay dyan, address kung saan binigay.
Yes
Hindi
po.
address kung taga saan sila.
Opo, kasi based po sa ito po ay documents evidencing payment. So, yung address dito is kung saan po binayaran.
And that is reflected in the AUM you issued with respect to the first and second quarter?
Hindi po.
Wala sa AUM yan?
Wala po.
Okay. Counsel, you may proceed.
Mr. Lito Saludares, P-117-237. What date was it issued or paid? Saan binayad ang pera? Anong date at anong amount?
Ang date po is February 25, 2023. Payment for supplies amounted to 50,000. Ang address po is Lubok.
Pangasinan naman, P-1-17-238. Isang Janine Bartolin. What date was this disbursed?
Ang nakalagay po dito is February 25, 2023 in the amount of 50,000 for payment for supplies po. Ang address Pangasinan.
P-1-17-238 Janine Bartolina. I'm sorry, 369. P-1-17-369. Whose name is this?
Signature lang po.
Walang pangalan. Saan inisyu? Saan binayad itong perang ito?
Compostela Valley po.
P-1-17-391. Luilito Agord. Please state the date it was paid, the place, and the amount.
February 25, 2023 po, payment for rental of safe house amounting to 45,000. Ang address po na nakalagay is Davao City.
Okay. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 remaining acknowledgement receipts here. I'll go over them briefly. Please follow as I mention them. P-1-17-418, only a signature appears. Disbursed in Masbate for 50,000. Again, February 25, 2023. P-1-17-430 in the name of Andre Lacerna. Issued, disbursed in Nueva Ecija for 100,000, again dated February 25, 2023. Can you go over it? P-1-17-431 in the name of Hamil Haldon, disbursed in Coronadal City for 100,000, also dated February 25, 2023. An acknowledgement receipt, P-1-17-479, no name, signature only, disbursed in Batangas for the amount of 9,000, again dated February 25, 2023. John V. Manta received in Kalinga, Apayao, 50,000 pesos on February 25, 2023, exhibit P-1-17-480, P-1-17-481, Rona de Vera received 50,000 pesos in South Leyte. Also on February 25, 2023. And lastly, a signature received in Abra, 50,000 pesos, P-1-17-540. Also on February 25, 2023. Based on these acknowledgement receipts, do you confirm,
Yes po.
Madam Witness,
Opo.
that what is stated is accurate based on the records?
Based po sa mga acknowledgement receipts po. Opo.
What observation can you make or significance do you draw from these documents presented to you?
Based po dun sa documents na present sa akin, lahat po ito is dated Feb 25, 2023 po with different addresses po na nakalagay.
Okay. And on the same date, disbursements on the same date with different addresses. What observation, if any, can you draw from this?
Yun nga po.
With different addresses,
Opo.
locations. Is this, again, to clarify, is this a place where the money was disbursed or where the money was received?
Your Honor, please. Witness is incompetent, Your Honor, to testify on that matter.
Your Honor, she is competent.
Based
Yes,
on the
to-
document, again, that was the earlier question of the presiding officer. Address ba ito nung binigyan o address to kung saan binigay?
Based po sa document as documents evidencing payment kung saan po binigay yung address.
Okay.
Ang ibig
Kindly
sabihin,
continue, Counsel.
ang ibig sabihin kung saan binigay, ang ibig bang sabihin, correct me if I'm wrong, Madam Witness, on the same date, itong mga binigyan ng confidential funds ay nasa different locations ba, Madam Witness?
Based po sa documents, opo.
Okay. And based sa joint circular na sinabi mo, sino dapat ang mag-distribute or mag-disburse ng perang nakalagay dito?
It is the responsibility po ng Special Disbursing Officer.
So, tama bang sabihin, correct me if I'm wrong, kung mali naman ang understanding ko, tama bang sabihin na ang Special Disbursement Officer sa isang araw, pinuntahan lahat itong lokasyon na ito.
Your
Tama
Honor,
ba ang interpretation ko?
Your Honor, please.
If she knows, Your Honor, she was the one who evaluated.
Your Honor,
These
that calls for a
documents.
conclusion of fact.
Witness is not competent to answer the question, counsel. I think let the document speak for itself. That if indeed the SDO is the only officer authorized to disburse the funds, then clearly it is physically impossible to be in all of these locations in one day. And there was earlier admission that the SDO gave the funds to a Colonel Lachika, probably even more. So that remains to be seen and proven in the coming days. Please proceed, counsel.
Who is the special disbursement officer of the DepEd?
Sa DepEd po is si Mr. Edward Fajarda.
And based on your definition of a special disbursement officer, si Mr. Fajarda ang authorized na magbigay ng lahat na ito, Madam Witness?
Yes po.
Okay. Going now.
With the indulgence of counsel, so sa ilalim ng joint circular, siya lang, walang iba.
Yes po, ito po ay nakasama sa kanyang responsibility. At based on item 6.1.1 po, hindi po ito pwedeng i-transfer from one accountable to another.
So, based on these documents, kasi sinabi mo, si Mr. Fajarda, so, makikita naman natin, as observed by the presiding officer, these were many locations in one day. Ngayon, Mr. Fajarda, Special Disbursement Officer, alam mo ba kung may sinabmit na dokumento si Mr. Fajarda na nag-i-indicate sa COA o COA-ICFAO na inauthorize niya kung sino mang ibang individual na mag-distribute nitong kapirahan na to sa mga iba-ibang taong ito sa ibang places na to? Meron bang inattach na letter or acknowledgement si Mr. Fajarda o hindi Mr. Fajarda? Yung head of agency, si Vice President o DepEd Secretary Sara Duterte, meron bang siyang sinabmit na authorization na binigay kay Mr. Fajarda kung sino na siyang disbursement officer para i-delegate sa iba ni Mr. Fajarda yung pagpunta sa iba-ibang lugar na to sa isang araw lang? Meron bang dokumentong ganon na authorization ang tinanggap ng office mo?
Ang natanggap po namin na authorization or designation is si BP Sara ang nag-designate kay Mr. Edward Fajarda as Special Disbursing Officer ng Department of Education. Naka-attach po ito dun sa liquidation documents.
So may certification si Vice President kay Mr. Fajarda. Aside from Mr. Fajarda, meron bang ibang pangalan na nakalagay dyan sa dokumento?
Wala po. Ang nakalagay lang po doon is si Mr. Fajarda ang designated na Special Disbursing Officer ng DepEd po for confidential fund.
Punta naman tayo, last batch na to. Meron naman tayong another list, no? Attached to the response of the Office of the Vice President para sa acknowledgement receipts dated March 15, 2023. Liquidation ng Vice President. Ng DepEd. Again, please go over this acknowledgement receipts.
This is for what quarter, Attorney Kapunan?
This is for the third.
Third,
This is for the same quarter, Your Honor.
first and second
First and second quarter, Your Honor.
of 2023.
Yes, Your Honor. And we're talking about, again, From a list of 1,049 acknowledgement receipts, we have selected a few. Madam Witness, showing to you several selected ones. I'm showing to you, being flashed on the screen, P-1-17-57, and I will go over this list very briefly if you can follow me. Adolfo Molina, date March 15, 2023, Buda Marilog, Davao City for 50,000 pesos. P-1-17-58, walang pangalan, signature only, date March 15, 2023, Tandag, 30,000 pesos. P-1-17-107, wala na namang pangalan, signature only, binayad sa Puerto Galera, Mindoro, 65,000 pesos. Date, the same, March 15, 2023. Xylene Espino, Laguna, 50,000 pesos. Date, March 15, 2023. Walang pangalan, P-1-17, signature only. Date, March 15, 2023. Sa Agusan del Norte, 40,000 pesos. Kay Rex Napoles, tumanggap ng 50,000 pesos sa Olongapo. On the same date, March 15, 2023, P-1-17-128. Next, Piano Recto, P-1-17-148 sa Zamboanga City, 40,000 pesos. Mr. Julio Isguera, taga Butuan City, tumanggap ng 100,000 pesos, P-1-17-189, also on March 15, 2023. Are you following, Madam Witness?
Yes po.
P-1-17, walang pangalan, signature only, Davao City, 25,000 pesos. Another 50,000 pesos sa walang pangalan, pero signature only, P-1-17-226 na issued or disbursed in Nabunturan. From Nabunturan, Laguna, 50,000 pesos sa isang Nizel T, P-1-17-227. Isang walang signature, tumanggap sa Dasmariñas, Cavite ng 65,000 pesos. P-1-17-259 on March 15, 2023. Carmen Sevillano, taga Surigao del Norte, tumanggap ng 50,000 on the same date, March 15, 2023. P-1-17-260. Tama?
Opo.
Okay. Can you continue?
Dito po sa
P-1-17-311. P-17-261, walang pangalan, tama? Signature only. Saan naman ito in-issue?
Quezon City
Sa Quezon City for 65,000 pesos. Ito naman, P-1-17-311, walang pangalan, signature, Bacoor, 50,000 pesos. Si Alice Crescencio, tumanggap galing Iligan City, 25,000 pesos. On the same date, March 15, 2023, P-1-17-349. P-117-406, walang pangalan, signature lang. Galing naman Tarlac, 50,000 pesos on the same day, March 15, 2023. Walang pangalan, signature lang, galing Pasay City, tumanggap ng 65,000 pesos. P-1-17-422. Isang signature na tumanggap galing Calbayog, Samar, 45,000 pesos. Walang pangalan, March 15, 2023. P-117-423. P-117-447, again, no name. Compostela Valley tumanggap ng 100,000 pesos. On the same day, March 15, 2023, another signature received, hindi mabasa to, San Juan City, unreadable 30,000 pesos. On the same day, March 15, 2023, P-117-468. Another signature received, walang pangalan, sa Aguinaldo, Ifugao, tumanggap ng 100,000 pesos. On March 15, 2023,
Your Honor, please.
P-117.
Your Honor, please.
Three more, Your Honor. Four more.
We
Just
get the
for-
point, counsel. We get the point, and it's in the tabulation anyway of the witness.
Okay. Now, Madam Witness, sa mga binasa natin at sa mga na-observe mo, anong significance nitong acknowledgement receipts na pinakita sa'yo?
Ito po ang proof of payments po ng confidential fund, and based po dito, all dated March 15, 2023 with different addresses po.
All dated.
March 15, 2023.
So, sino dapat, based on your circular, ang nag-disburse nitong mga pondong to?
Ang dapat po mag-disburse ay ang Special Disbursing Officer.
At sino nga ang special disbursing officer na yan?
Ito po ay sa DepEd po si Mr. Edward Fajarda.
Kung hindi naman, kasi nung binabasa ko to, no? Kasi ako, Marvel Comics ang binabasa ko, Superman ang favorite ko. Kung hindi man Superman, ang isang SDO, kaya ba niyang puntahan? Sa palagay mo,
Your Honor, please.
lahat na ito.
Your Honor, please.
Yes, counsel for
The
respondent.
question is speculative, Your Honor.
What is speculative about Superman? He can fly anywhere
It's a
in one day.
hypothetical question.
Counsel, move on. Move
I
on,
will move
counsel.
on, Your Honor.
We get
Now,
your point.
Madam Witness, what other documents? Although, can we ask that Superman remain on record, Your Honor?
We did not strike it off, counsel. Just that the presiding officer simply asked you to move on.
Madam Witness, what other documents, if any, ano pang mga dokumento, apart from this, apart from this acknowledgement receipts for the first and second quarter constituting 1,049 documents. 1,049 documents for the first quarter and second quarter. I'm sorry.
You're in DepEd already, counsel.
561 and 619, Your Honor, or 1,180 for the DepEd. Anong other documents ang inattach ng DepEd?
To support po the payment of rewards, nag-attach po sila ng certifications from relevant partners, specifically the Armed Forces of the Philippines po.
And itong mga certifications ng armed forces, if shown to you, would you be able to identify them?
Yes po.
Okay. Showing to you. Showing to you a certification dated January 1, 2024, issued by Colonel Manaros M. Buransing, marked as Exhibit P-1-22-A, stipulated upon by the Defense Counsel, Your Honor, Respondent. Certification dated December 30, 2023, issued by Colonel Carlos B. Sangandaan Jr., previously marked Exhibit P-1-22B, likewise stipulated upon, common exhibit with the defense or respondent. Certification dated December 5, 2023, issued by Colonel Magtanggol Panopio, marked as Exhibit P-1-22-C up to P-1-22-C-1, again stipulated by counsel for the respondent, and certification issued by Colonel Adonis R. Badjao, previously marked as Exhibit P-1-22D, showing to you these exhibits. Madam Witness, and as well being flashed on the screen for easy reference of this honorable court. What relation do these certifications, which are both prosecution and defense exhibits, what do these certifications have in relation to this certification you said was issued by the armed forces?
These are the same certifications po na naka-attach sa kanilang response.
Anong significance naman ng certifications na to?
Dito po sa certification na to, inattach po nila ito bilang proof of success of the information gathering and or surveillance activities.
At ito bang proof of success compliant sa circular na pinagbasihan mo?
During my evaluation po, opo, nag-compliant po ito dun sa joint circular.
Okay. What action, if any, pagkatapos na-receive itong certification, ito ba yung sinabi ni Attorney Wamil na pro forma? Hindi.
Hindi po, iba po yun.
Ngayon, ano ang actions taken by your office with regards to this certification, if any?
Ito po, based po sa evaluation, ito po ay compliant po sa joint circular.
Okay. At anong inisyu nyo, if any?
For the first and second quarter po ng 2023 for the DepEd, we issued po a credit notice.
Anong ibig sabihin? What do you mean by a credit notice?
A credit notice po is issued pagkatapos ng evaluation ng documents, yung liquidation documents po are found in order po and passed in audit na.
Okay. Ngayon, itong credit notice na in-issue, ito ba ay final?
Ang credit notice po, meron po sa Rules and Regulation of Settlement of Accounts na pwede pong ma-reopen ang settled account na gaya po nung pag nag-issue kami ng credit notice, pwede pa po itong ma-reopen.
What reason would you have for reopening a credit notice?
Under the RRSA po, account settled can be reopened if before the expiration nung 3 years after the settlement is nagkaroon po ng yung transaction is tainted with fraud, collusion, and new material evidence po were discovered during the 3-year period po na yun.
Okay. We now go, Madam Witness. Punta naman tayo sa third quarter ng liquidation ng confidential funds ng DepEd. Anong participation mo dito?
Ako po ang task na mag-evaluate sa response ng DepEd for the third quarter of 2023.
And what did you do, if any?
Currently po, this is still under evaluation and review pa po.
Sinabi mo na ikaw ang in charge ng pag-evaluate. What did you evaluate?
Nung ma-issue po nung August 8, 2024 yung Audit Observation Memorandum, nag-submit po ang Department of Education ng response noong August 27, 2024.
Nag-mention ka. You mentioned an AOM. If shown to you, would you be able to identify the same?
Yes po.
Showing to you, Madam Witness. An AOM. Please go over it. This was, for the record, this was previously marked as Exhibit P-1-21-C. It is an AOM dated August 8, 2024. Stipulated upon by defense counsel or counsel for the respondent. Is this the same document that you received?
Yes po, ito po yung same Audit Observation Memorandum na in-issue po namin sa DepEd.
Okay. On the third page, please go to the third page. There appears to be a signature over the name Nilda Plaras. Whose signature is this, if you know?
Si Assistant Commissioner Nilda Plaras po ang officer in charge ng ICFAO nung panahon na na-issue tong
And
AOM.
you said earlier you're familiar with her signature.
Yes po.
Now, what were the findings in this AOM?
Yung AOM po na ito is na-issue because first, yung submitted liquidation documents lack documents evidencing payment. Pangalawa po, yung payment of rewards were not supported with documents evidencing success. Yung third po is hindi nakalagay sa PFP yung specific confidential activities na magiging basis ng disbursement for confidential fund. Pang-apat po, yung disbursement voucher, hindi nakalagay yung specific period or duration ng implementation po ng confidential activities. At yung panglima po, meron pong pinaggamitan yung confidential fund na purchase of information relative to car loan scams whose victims are mostly personnel of the Department of Education.
Madam Witness, this document is being flashed on the screen. Let us go to your first finding. Okay. Ano ang dahilan kung dahil nag-issue ka ng finding na yan? Yung first finding na sinabi mo.
Hindi po ito po yung first finding, hindi po kasi na-submit yung documents evidencing payment po to support the liquidation. Kaya po nakasama siya sa AOM.
And what is the significance of this non-submission, if any?
Hindi po namin makikita kung sino-sino po yung binayaran at recipients nung confidential fund. Dito po kasi makikita yon sa documents evidencing payments.
Okay. Yung second finding mo na naka-flash sa screen, ano ang significance nitong finding mo?
Based po dun sa sinabit nila na accomplishment report, meron pong pinaggamitan ng payment of rewards amounting to 6,371,000 na wala pong attachment ng documents evidencing success po.
Okay. And your third findings?
Hindi po nakalagay sa physical and financial plan yung specific confidential activities na paggagamitan ng confidential fund.
Why is this significant?
Para po ma-check kung paano nila dito po kasi sa physical and financial plan, dito nakikita kung paano nila gagamitin yung confidential fund nila. Dito po sa sinabit nila, hindi naka-specify kung anong confidential activities po.
Okay. Yung fourth finding ninyo.
Yung
Ano itong significance kung bakit nakalagay dyan sa AOM?
Under item 6.1.5 po ng joint circular, dapat nakalagay sa disbursement voucher yung duration ng implementation ng project. Pero yung naka-attach po na disbursement voucher, hindi po nakalagay yung period.
Okay. And your last finding? What is the reason? Bakit nakalagay yan sa AOM?
Yun pong accomplishment report nila, meron po silang ibinayad for purchase of information for, dun nga po, relative to car loan scams na hindi kasama dun sa enumeration at hindi intended to support the mandate of the operation of the Department of Education. Kaya po, nakasama po siya sa AOM.
Okay. Madam Witness, after this AOM was issued and you have furnished the DepEd, correct?
Opo.
Ano ang ginawa ng DepEd, if any?
Nung na-receive po nila ito, nag-submit po sila ng response noong August 27, 2024.
Your Honor, please, this response being referred to by the witness is a stipulated document. It is Exhibit P-1-21-D, now being shown to the witness. Madam Witness, is this the same response?
Opo, ito po yung same response na sinabit sa amin ng DepEd po.
And Madam Witness, what documents, if you recall, were attached to this response? of the DepEd?
Nag-submit po sila ng mga acknowledgement receipts as documents evidencing payments. Nag-submit din po sila ng mga certification from the Armed Forces of the Philippines to support the payment of rewards po. And nag-submit din po sila ng accomplished na disbursement voucher na nakalagay po doon yung period covered by the cash advance.
Okay. You mentioned several acknowledgement receipts, and we have selected a few acknowledgement receipts. Your Honor, please, the import of these acknowledgement receipts are the same as the first and second set. They indicate, Your Honor, and by way of manifestation, they indicate that all of these acknowledgement receipts were issued and the amounts disbursed on one date, August 9, 2023, to different people in different locations.
Does the witness have a tabulation and or summary?
Yes po, Your
Yes, Your Honor, we have a tabulation and summary.
Previously marked? Not yet, Counsel.
It has not been marked, Your Honor, and we request that this, after identification by the witness, be marked as Exhibit P-I-35. Tabulation being shown or being furnished, counsel for the respondent and this honorable court.
Kindly furnish counsel for respondent as well as the presiding officer with a copy of her tabulation. Ms. Xylene, kayo po ang gumawa ng tabulation na to?
Opo.
Tulad ng paghahanda, tabulation na ginawa ninyong nauna ninyong ginawa para sa ibang quarters ng OVP at ng DepEd?
Yes po, Your Honor.
You may proceed, counsel.
Your Honor, please, this tabulation. Okay. On its face, this tabulation will show the acknowledgement receipts. And as earlier indicated, we will dispense with going over selected acknowledgement receipts, the purpose of which principally is to show that one single disbursement officer, Mr. Fajarda, issued on August 9, 2023 to several locations from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao on one date, Your Honor. And I can ask the witness to confirm this based on the documents.
Not all, counsel, but several.
Several selected documents.
Yes.
I can name the markings P-1-17, 1246, all P-1-17, submark 1246, 1247, 1281, 1320, 1321, 1361, 1398, 1399, 1435, 1486, 1587, 1626, 1627, 1628, 1745, 1820, 1871, and 1872, all indicating several recipients, several locations, one date, and I will ask the witness, who is the disbursing officer for this third quarter of the DepEd?
Ang SDO po ng DepEd ay si Mr. Edward Fajarda.
And by virtue of his function, it is the Mr. Fajarda who presumably, Madam Witness, disbursed these amounts.
Yes po.
Any authorization from the DepEd Secretary, Vice President Sara Duterte, indicating or designating another person outside Mr. Fajarda to disburse these various amounts in various places on this date, Madam Witness. Any document attached to the submission?
Wala po. Yung designation lang po ni Mr. Fajarda.
Among these, just for the record, Your Honor, among these submissions is the name of Joel Chu. Wah. He,
That's not
So,
Chua, Counsel. That's Chu.
yes, Your Honor. Upon verification by this representation, he denies any family connection, Your Honor. It is.
Proceed, Counsel.
The signature, Madam Witness, will you go to this document?
Yes po.
The signature is in Chinese character. Can we ask fellow prosecutor to identify his signature?
That would be self-serving, Counsel. Move on, Counsel. Move
Okay,
on.
Madam Witness, outside these acknowledgement receipts, you said that there was no separate document indicating any authorized officer to disburse these amounts in different places on said date. Madam Witness, you confirm that?
Yes po.
Okay, outside acknowledgement receipts, what other document was submitted by way of liquidation?
To support po the payment of rewards, they submitted certifications from the Armed Forces of the Philippines.
And if these certifications are shown to you, Madam Witness, would you be able to identify the same?
Yes po.
Showing to you, Madam Witness, and being flashed on the screen with the kind indulgence of the Honorable Presiding Officer, there is a certification dated September 25, 2023, issued by J. Chris John Mendoza, Prosecution Exhibit P-1-22-E, stipulated as well by the defense. Certification dated December 10, 2023, P-1-22-F, also issued by J. Chris John F. Mendoza, Exhibit P-1-22G is a certification dated December 12, 2023, issued by an Adonis R. Bajao, likewise a defense exhibit, Your Honor, certification dated July 1, 2024, issued by a certain Darren E. Comia, Prosecution's Exhibit P-1-22-8. All certifications, Your Honor, are likewise defense documents. What?
Do you confirm, Madam Witness, that these were part of the submissions of the DepEd?
Yes po, kasama po yan sa response nila sa AOM for the third quarter
Okay.
po.
Okay. What relation do these certifications have to the one you mentioned? Are they the same?
Yes po, pareho pong certification.
And what observations have you made as regards this certification?
Currently po, the review and evaluation po nung compliance na ito ng Department of Education po is under review pa po at evaluation.
Okay. In connection with the earlier certifications which I asked you, you mentioned certain credit notice. And you said that this credit notice says, which you issued, is not final.
Yes
Correct?
po.
Now, tell us, what would be the grounds for opening a credit notice, if you know?
Ang account po na settled can be reopened kasi po if the transaction is tainted with fraud, collusion, or new material evidence were discovered before mag-expire yung 3-year period po ng settlement ng account.
Okay, so you're saying that even if, because of the certifications submitted as to these activities, a credit notice was issued in the 3-year period, your office, COA-ICFAO, can reopen on the ground of, what are these grounds again?
If the transaction is tainted with fraud, collusion, or
What do you mean by fraud in the transactions?
may anomalya po sa paggamit po nung pondo.
Okay. Ano pa?
And new material evidence were discovered po before the expiration of the 3-year period.
The second ground. And the third ground is?
Yun po. May na-discover po na material evidence po before the expiration of the 3-year period.
Okay. Now, Madam Witness, what is the current status of the evaluation of the response? You said earlier na dahil sa action taken by the COA-ICFAO, nag-respond ang DepEd. What is the status of that response?
Ini-evaluate pa po
For the third quarter, September 30, July 12 to September 30, 2023, if you know.
This is until under evaluation and review pa po.
Under evaluation.
Opo.
Bakit hanggang ngayon under evaluation?
Ito po ay under evaluation pa din hanggang ngayon kasi po this transaction po composed of voluminous documents na kailangang pag-aralan. And sa review process po namin, pagkatapos ko po itong ma-evaluate, iaakyat ko po ito sa aking division chief na extensive din po ang kanyang pagdadaan ng review. And after po sa division chief, aakyat pa po ito sa officer in charge ng ICFAO for further review po. And sa ICFAO po kasi, kulang po kami sa manpower and marami po kaming nare-receive na iba-ibang documents from different agencies po na meron ding ganito karaming mga documentations po. And itong mga agencies po ito, fair po ang aming pag-treat sa kanila kaya po binibigyan namin ng pansin lahat po.
Okay, now Madam Witness. In his testimony, when asked, Attorney Mr. Wamil said that based on his evaluation, during the period that he was there with the COA-ICFAO, he made a finding that these documents submitted by the OVP and the DepEd for that particular period he was in the COA-ICFAO were irregular based on the guidelines or based on the joint circular that you cited.
Yes.
To you, Madam Witness, you who took over these same documents that were submitted and who made your own independent valuation, what would you say are these documents? What can you say about these documents submitted by the OVP and the DepEd based on your post-audit evaluation?
Yung sa OBP po, ito ay irregular po dahil hindi po ito naging compliant sa joint circular. During the time naman po na in-evaluate ko ang Department of Education, compliant po sila sa joint circular. Pero gaya nga po ng nasabi, pwede pong may reopen itong settled account ng Department of Education po. Opo.
Okay. Merong sinite si Attorney Wamil na prima facie evidence. No? You're not a lawyer, but under accounting rules, tama ba yung interpretation na pag hindi kompleto, if the documents submitted based on 8.3 of the joint circular, if the documents submitted by way of liquidation of confidential funds are not complete, ano ang epekto nito based on the circular?
Under po sa joint circular, dun sa under 8.1 nga po, failure of the accountable officer to liquidate is a prima facie evidence na this is nagamit po ito for personal use and benefit.
Okay. Now, you said that prima facie failure of the accountable officer. At earlier, tinanong ka, ang accountable officer ng OVP is the head of agency. Meaning, sino yon?
Si Vice President Sara Duterte po.
At sa DepEd naman, sino ang head of agency?
During the time po nung 2023, it is Vice President Sara Duterte din po.
And under 8.3, ang presumption is naging use, to quote, paki-quote, use for personal
sabi po sa 8.3, failure of the accountable officer to liquidate is a prima facie evidence that he or she used the missing funds for personal use and benefit.
Okay. Madam Witness. Okay. My last question to you, Madam Witness. Let's go back to this hearing in the Committee on Good Government Accountability. And there is an admission there, Madam Witness, in your testimony here, that you, in that hearing, Gina Acosta, Chief of Staff of the VP, admitted, of the SDO, I'm sorry, admitted to transferring confidential funds, tama, to Colonel La Chica.
Your Honor, please.
There's no
Yes,
question yet,
Counsel
Your Honor.
Correspondent.
Your Honor, the exact wordings of the counsel cannot be verified without, reflecting the TSNs that she is referring to.
Your Honor, I'm referring to the testimony of this witness. Besides, in the previous hearing, there is judicial notice already of the TSNs.
No, that's not it, Counsel. Witness already admitted early in her earlier testimony that she was there when Gina Acosta testified before the House of Representatives and heard her testify. Based on her recollection of what she said, she may answer. Kindly finish your last question, Counsel.
I forgot. You repeat my question. What did I say? Wala pa akong question. Okay. Based on this admission of Gina Acosta that indeed confidential funds were transferred, the disbursement of confidential funds were transferred to Colonel La Chica. What about in relation to the DepEd funds?
May nabanggit din po noon si Mr. Fajarda na binibigay niya yung confidential fund kay Colonel Nolasco po.
Again,
May naging admission under oath.
may admission then under oath. In the same hearing, Madam Witness,
Yes po.
what was that admission?
Sinabi din po ni Mr. Edward Fajarda na SDO ng DepEd na binibigay po niya yung cash advance for confidential fund kay Colonel Nolasco.
Okay. And who is this Fajarda?
Siya po ang Special Disbursing Officer ng Department of Education.
And who is Nolasco?
Isa po siya sa mga, part po siya ng Vice Presidential and Security Protection Group.
So our understanding is in the Office of the Vice President, an admission of Gina Acosta that disbursement was given to some other person. The same admission was made by the DepEd SDO, Fajarda, that disbursement of the funds was given to somebody else. Madam Witness?
Yes po, tama po.
And what observation? As a COA-ICFAO State Auditor, what significance or observation can you make from these admissions by both Gina Acosta and Fajarda?
This is a violation po of the joint circular, specifically yung item 6.1.1 na hindi dapat ito i-transfer from one accountable officer to another.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.